hello. Since we're anyway talking about Age of Empires, I have the photo here. Yeah, we can just do it. I am just quickly going to check one thing. Did Age of Empires 2 really have 40? You guys. But damn, then what would happen to me, I wonder. See, see. We got we got a Twitch notification. Somebody followed us on Twitch. So thank you, whoever that was. Freddy Lankes. Cat Jam, Control 9K says on Twitch. Oh, I'm doing other things. Hold on. Yes, anyway, you guys just carry on the conversation. I don't know what a cat jam is. Is Control 9K going to be like our first spammer? Yes. Sid's cousin made it, so yes, Sid approved of it before I even heard it, right? Yeah, I'm also trying something new with Stream. Okay, I didn't tell you guys this, but I'm trying something new with Stream. I am figuring out a noise suppression thingy so that our noise can be a little more suppressed, like it does. And yeah, let me know if everyone who's watching Stream right now, let me know if noise suppression is working well, because I have my fan on and I'm not going to switch it off for the podcast. So let's see if it actually works well enough. But yeah, we can actually get started on our topics because we're live on Reddit and Instagram as well. I will just send you guys the URL for Reddit, and then I will quickly figure out why my camera is focusing so much. I think it's just because of the mic. Excuse me, camera. I put you on autofocus for a reason, so that you can focus on my face. There, how's that? Yes, I seem to be. Our Twitch setup was entirely Sid, so if something's wrong, I am inclined to blame him. Sid has not designed any emotes for our Twitch. Okay, that is very bad, Sid. Very bad boy. My God, this is what I have to deal with every time, guys. I will just do a simple podcast, and Sid wants me to pay for all kinds of stuff. But yes, welcome. God. Oh wait. Oh, that was my bad. Oh yeah, now you should be able to hear Audi. Audi, could you speak, please? Yes, it should work. And yeah, we can get started. Oh. No, wait, I have an explanation for this. We were playing that game and I had to mute you guys, so that's the same muted this thing problem. That's the only thing. Otherwise, it's fine. Yes, anyway. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little okay. I messed up our streaming setup. Okay, I did something and it just went to shit. So I I had to fix everything 5 minutes before the podcast started, which was very stressful. But yes, we are here now, and we can start. Yes. Yeah, I'm just going to start the. I'm just going to start putting. Oh yeah. Oh yes. We do have that. Yes. Okay. We will do that as well. Cool. Let's play the animation. Okay, sorry. Sorry, that went on a little bit longer than I expected. Yes, we are doing Big If True. We're all newscasters with our fancy little suits. Yes, I know, right? Just tie your freaking button, Audi. Okay, our mod is saying that you guys aren't audible again. Can anyone on stream just tell me if everyone is audible? Because it seems all fine from my side. It shows me both your voices. It's showing me both of your voices, so I'm not really sure. Okay. Are you kidding me? Okay, can you check now? Uh, uh, are we on some delay? Is that why? Are you guys looking at old stuff? What? Yes, this is. Okay, I'm just going to improve. I'm just going to get the desktop audio out and we'll see if that works. Okay, can you guys speak now and see if you're audible?
Yes.
Speaking, checking,
Let's see.
testing,
Let's see.
stream.
Oh, I can hear us.
Oh,
I can
yes,
hear us.
yes. We're back.
Yes,
Okay.
we are back.
I do not know what happened because I could see your audio working clearly and so for some reason it just didn't work either way.
Yay,
Just bugged
production.
out.
Yay, production.
Yay,
Again,
production.
I am sorry, guys. A little bit of a hiccup here and there. I installed a plugin which I wasn't sure of, and that killed everything. That killed our whole setup, basically.
Did it suppress every single noise ever, even our voices?
Well, that's not supposed to happen, but apparently it did. So yes. Anyway,
Screw
we
that
should
plugin.
be.
We are here. Welcome to Weeb101. Apparently, we started Big If True already, even though you couldn't
Yes,
hear
yes.
us.
Okay,
Control
so
9 cases get good brew.
sorry, Control 9K, I'm not pro enough for you. Hearth
But,
Boss
yeah.
on Reddit says, "What the fuck is this?" It's just us trying to be fancy and talk about anime news. That's pretty much it. You're not missing out on anything. Don't worry. Anyway, we can.
Dangerous causes. Are you trying to take over the world?
Are you guys trying to take over? Yes, you know what? We might just try to do that
Maybe.
someday and fail miserably at it.
Yeah.
That is very possible.
Let's just say
yes.
there were ambitions. Yes.
We got
Yeah,
audio on
still
our
are, maybe.
side. Nothing to
Mhm.
fear.
That's true.
Right?
Audi
Yeah.
will destroy anybody who stands in our way. Won't you, Audi?
Yes.
Yes. For a price.
Man, why am I sitting next to two capitalistic bitches over here? Like one wants money for like any animation or design work he has to do. The other wants money to be a hitman. God damn it, just do something for the podcast, guys. You know,
I think
God
poor
damn
people
it.
really complain a lot about not
They
having
do.
money.
They do.
Great. So because I'm poor, I can't pay for stuff apparently. Anyway.
Yeah, basically, that's why I'm complaining.
Also, anyone on Reddit or Instagram, if you guys are watching this, there's a big delay for some reason on Reddit Live, and there's no way for me to fix it. So you can come to our YouTube channel if you'd like to follow the podcast. If you like what you're listening to and watching, it's just called Weeb101 Podcast. You just search it on YouTube and you should get there. Yeah, I just wanted to say that so that we could keep that up. Yeah. Anyway, now the first news of today.
The first news of today. Yes.
So
Bro.
that time I got reincarnated as a slime. The anime
Yes.
is getting a movie in fall 2022.
Yes, it's getting a movie. What do you think, bro?
I am sorry to interrupt again, but Reddit stream is saying that they can't hear you, bro. They can hear both of us now, but they can't hear you on Reddit.
What?
क्या हग्गू कर रहा है यार?
No, but it's all.
I
it's
actually
all,
am checking as well. I can't hear you either. We can hear both of us. I can hear both of us, me and Sid.
What? Oh, okay. Just give me another sec. Sorry.
Well, we have to start. Audi, what do you think about the slime anime?
Okay, I've refreshed my mic. Please let me know if you can see me now. Sorry, hear me now. I don't know why I said see.
Hear him now.
Yes, well, you need to say
Yes,
things.
anyway, yeah. So,
Yes, saying
so
things.
it's the time I got reincarnated as a slime is getting a movie in fall 2022, which is really cool. So it's the account streamed a teaser video. It says, and there's a video over here, but I'm not going to be able to play this here. So weirdly, this is a show that Sid was like just really not a fan of just because of the hate
Very
he has
against,
for Isekai.
yeah.
So Sid just hated
I
Isekai.
just don't want to get into it. That's all.
No, it's not like you didn't want to get into it. You're very,
No, I don't
very
care about
passionate about not wanting to get into it.
No,
You're like,
I was
I will
passionate
not
about
get
the
into this.
spider isekai, which I will never
okay.
fucking see.
Yeah,
this
that
one
is
I don't
true.
care about. Yeah.
Yeah, but he was very against the idea of it because Sid hates isekais, and I actually tried it. So he was memeing about it for a really long time, and then I actually tried it, and it is actually good. I actually enjoyed myself quite a lot.
It.
And yeah, it's okay. See, here's the thing: Sid doesn't like isekai because he's seen too many isekai apparently. But I love isekai because it's like an MMORPG. You know, it's just fun. They're like all kinds of adventures you have with different characters in different settings, and it's all just fun. And I really enjoy the hell out of it.
It's like a constant look of disapproval.
No, Brew is the isekai boy of Weeb101, so that
That
works,
is true,
right?
yes.
The
Yeah, that is
isekai
true.
audience can join in.
Yeah,
It's ironic considering he'll never play an MMORPG himself, but yes.
hey, I used to, so that's all that matters.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
yes.
true.
At one time, 20 years is too much. 10 years ago, I played RPGs. But yes, so here's the thing: isekai, they have such cool characters you can build because your opportunities are endless. They have amazing moves that you can do. Your imagination is the limit over there. And there's just like so much you can do, so many worlds, so many cool things. I like Sword Art Online. Okay, so if you want to judge me for that, you can judge me for that.
You can do that in any story, though.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be an isekai.
It's like when it's an isekai, you also have this sense of gamification of the manga, and that makes you get into it more. At least for me, because you're like you show different creatures, and after a point you just start one-shotting everything because that's how you are in a game. Like you guys are playing Path of Exile right now, aren't you? Don't you feel the same way?
Yes.
We are wiping the floor. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, pretty
and
much.
then eventually you get a boss that is just like impossible to kill even for you, and then you get your butt
Yes,
wiped.
we have reached that point as well.
Yeah.
We did get fucking destroyed. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
and then you go back and then you make sure you wipe them off the floor again, and then the next boss comes
the next
up.
20 attempts.
Survive, yes.
See, that's what happens in an isekai manga. Sure, the story might not be like some next level, I don't know, Christopher Nolan plot twist over there, okay, but it follows that formula. But goddamn, each one is different even then. Like everyone says Black Clover is like the most shonen manga ever because of how it follows every trope, or Boku no Hero Academia.
Is it? Do you think Black Clover is the
A
most
lot of
shonen
people
manga?
think Black Clover is just like basic bitch anime.
What do you think?
I like Black Clover. I mean,
No,
it's
but
not
Do you
mind
think
blowing,
it's
but
the most shonen manga ever? Based on
I
the
will
shonen
still
we've
give
seen?
that to Boku no Hero Academia. I'd say over Black
That
Clover.
makes sense. Yeah.
But I think I preferred Black Clover to Boku. I haven't caught up to Boku, so there's that. But I really enjoyed Black Clover in the type of things they did. I mean, it's all pretty basic. Okay, you don't have fancy attacks and fancy powers and all that. It's all very generic shonen stuff, but it works for me at least. But yeah, when you come to an isekai, it's just so much better. And okay, now I know there's a lot of fan service, which unfortunately is a problem in anime and isekai especially, and that becomes a little sexist at times. But other than that, I really like isekai. In fact, even in this one, I'm not even kidding. This guy reincarnates as a slime and then eats a dragon. The first thing that he does as a slime is eat an entire freaking dragon.
Well,
Yes, let's jump franchises, become Kirby.
I remember you said this in the episode
Mhm.
where you were talking about it. Yeah,
Yeah, and
he just like
it's just
goes
so
on top
fun.
of it or something, right? And
Yeah,
consumes the whole thing. Yeah.
yeah. Basically, he's like he like covers it in slime and it just consumes it. It's just like he devours it, and he gets all the abilities and he gets the form and whatever. So he could literally change form into anything he wants. In fact, he eats a bat demon, okay, and he basically does a half transformation where he grows wings and flies wherever he wants.
Hmm.
He's fucking Kirby, isn't he?
Yeah, it's
Basically.
basically
Basically.
Kirby. Yes,
Yeah.
my God, but it is
Kirby
fun.
without the legs. Hmm.
You should give it a try. It's actually pretty fun. I mean, it's not, again, it's not something that will blow your mind. It's not something that will make you really think about literature and so on. But it's just a time pass. Just keep it
Also, they have
off.
similar
Yeah.
pacing, like something like Konosuba, which just keeps jumping in
Yeah,
from like
yeah.
quest after quest, and they just like
Basically.
chill at every other episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so-
See, even it
Yeah.
the thing is, even I don't every single time, I don't watch shit that's like intense and like literature. Even I watch a lot of bullshit, but
Yeah,
it's
Hmm.
just that, eh, like, I don't want to watch it. Like, nothing pulls me towards it. That's all.
there is not, again, it's just fun. It's just time pass. There's
Yeah.
a lot of cool stuff happening. There's a lot of powers being used here and there. And I mean, people say that they do get emotional in the story later on, but I'll have to see that for myself later. I haven't seen that as of now.
So you
So-
haven't caught up with
No, I haven't caught up to it. No.
I see. Hey,
But
but do you know what the movie is going to be about? Any idea? They haven't
So
said anything, right?
So looking at the picture that is there, I'm not sure because all these characters. So there are a lot of characters I don't know myself. But looking at the picture
Oh.
over here, all these characters are already there in the part that I've seen. So I can
Okay.
recognize them, but I have no idea what the movie is going to be about. No
Ah,
idea.
Okay.
Like I'm just
Uh,
there is no information about it except for this teaser. So I'm not really sure. So I really don't know what it's about. But I'm expecting it to be fun. I'm expecting it to be a Konosuba like treat. I loved Konosuba, and this is very very
Konosuba
similar.
is nice. Yeah.
Yeah, like
But damn.
like he even has this thing where he can name creatures, and the more powerful the creature, the more magic it sucks out of him to name them.
Oh yeah, you did
So-
mention that. I remember.
So he names everybody to get them more powerful and shit like that. But yeah, anyway, that's the first thing. And then Sid, you move on with the second one because you guys, I think, don't. You guys have to watch this anime or read the manga, and then we'll have a full episode just on that because it's that fun.
okay.
Yeah, we can have an episode on this. I don't mind.
Yeah.
I'll try to watch the anime. I'll probably watch the anime. Yeah.
If it's anything like Konosuba, yeah, I think you'll have a good time. I know I'll have a good time watching it.
Okay, and then our next topic is Sid.
So we talk about new anime coming out all the time, right? Like, hey, this new show, this new movie.
We do.
But this time we're going to talk about a new manga that's coming out, and we're going to start doing more of that, I guess, because we don't do enough, right? We don't talk about new manga that's coming out.
Yeah, we don't.
So
I don't think
We-
there are many manga that are announced like this, right? Are there?
no, there are lots, yeah, but we usually
Okay.
don't talk about it, yeah. But
Right,
let's
okay.
start, right?
Okay. sure.
And so Fujihiko Hosono has a new manga called Koi to Gebaruto.
Love
Which-
and political violence.
Yeah, love and political violence.
Audi doesn't know
It's
Japanese, by the way. He just Googled it.
Yeah, he's just
No, I have the article in front of me.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So it's based on the 1960 and 1969 Japanese university protests.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Of course, I know what that's about. Of course, everybody
Yes,
knows
I
the
do know, yes.
university protests in
I am a history fan. I
1956.
do totally know about this.
No, there were protests around the world, like student protests around the world
Oh,
against universities at that point.
I see.
I think it was a rebellion against like the military and like bureaucracy and stuff in the past at that point. I don't know a lot
Oh.
about it. Audi is a history boy here.
Audi
but,
doesn't seem to know shit about this.
I don't know shit about
Yeah.
it either. Yes, yes.
So it's based on that event, but in Japan, the protest that happened in Japan.
Okay.
And it seems to be a very interesting topic. It's based on it's we follow Hiroshi Togi, who is from Sendai, and he goes to the college in Tokyo. And the student government is apparently divided between left and right wing, and basically
So
he
basically
joins
just
a
real
youth
world
student
stuff.
protest, and he joins a youth like student protest, and like shit goes down. Basically, I don't know enough about it, even based on the summary.
Yeah, from what you're saying, you don't know anything about it. You're just like,
No, they
yeah,
have.
it's
I'm
a
telling you whatever they know.
protest,
No,
and
because
that's
that's all
all.
we know.
I
That's all
see.
we know. We
I
don't
see.
know any more than that. If I knew, I would have told you. Yeah.
Mhm.
So from the wiki, and anyways, it shows that the government was the right wing and the students were the left wing, and
Yeah.
the students had a lot of groups on them that sort of was sort of divided based on like what university you're in or what field you're in, sort of thing,
Mhm.
and ideology, and mainly ideologies. One of them being Marxist theorists, such as they took ideological
Hmm.
inspiration from Karl Marx and Trotsky. So they're
History
like
boy appeared with his information. Yes, sorry. Tell us.
Yes, sorry.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Interesting.
Very
Continue.
interesting.
Continue. I want to know.
Yeah, see, I this is the first time I'm hearing it myself. I'm just like just zooming through it. But like the base summary of it is that every one of them was kind of displeased with the government at the time, and there was some fists thrown in these protests. It's supposed to be
it was
really
quite
violent.
violent. Yeah.
So from the looks of it, it was just a clash of ideologies that took some real physical turns, if you will. They even had French existentialist philosophers such as Jean-Paul Sartre and Albert Camus.
Camus.
Camus, oh yes, Camus.
My God. Hey, we were just talking about
Those
this
names
today.
make
We were
a
talking about
recurrence.
Sartre,
Holy
yes.
shit! Yeah. Damn, we're just talking about.
Okay, but for anyone who's interested, Jean-Paul Sartre and Albert Camus were two philosophers, and Sartre was also in the government at one point. And they basically laid out the foundation and built up the philosophy of absurdism, about how absurd life is on an everyday basis, where like anything can be so absurd. Like just for an example, if you're eating dinner, which is the same example I gave these guys, if you're eating dinner, you're basically doing something, a ritual at the same time every day, and you're going to be sitting on dead plants, and you're going to be eating bits of dead plants and animals, and you do that every day repeatedly, again and again and again and again. And then when you start thinking about it like that, things just start making no sense in life, because you can apply this to literally any aspect of life.
Any aspect. Yeah.
That is basically what they were saying. And Albert Camus is also the one who talked about the myth of Sisyphus, where he said, I imagine Sisyphus happy because the repeated labor that he does has purpose in itself, because it's so absurd. But yeah, I mean, I'm oversimplifying it. So
basically,
yeah, I'm oversimplifying it. Don't come to me and tell me I'm wrong, because I don't know too much about it myself. It's just what I know. But yeah, go on.
Yes, and also even the 60s protests, like through this manga, we may learn a lot more about it, because clearly we don't know anything about it.
Yeah, the art looks very interesting, and it for me, history. One of the main things about this is that it's the protest itself, even though it was supposed to be pro-communism for the students, it's supposed to have paved ways for other reforms as well across the government. One of them mainly being women reforms. There was supposed to be a group called the Mitsu Tanaka's Women's Liberation Movement, or the Uma and Ribu movement, that was supposed to have created a better environment for women in universities, basically.
Oh, damn, interesting.
So it seems like these protests were like a very integral part of modern Japan's history. So it seems, because it certainly shaped. It looks like it has shaped the education system that they are currently using. I believe. I don't know. I haven't read the whole description yet. We've yet to educate ourselves a bit more.
But will you guys be checking it out?
Yeah, we can check it out. Definitely check it out. It's good.
Yeah,
sounds interesting.
Seems interesting, right? Yeah.
I'm ready for a dose of philosophy, so I can come and be like, damn, it's so philosophical.
Oh my God, yes, you love that. Before we proceed, let's read some comments.
Yes.
So basically, the random Forest Dan is here. Random Otak Forest Dan says we weren't told which manga we're gonna read. Silver Spoon, we should have told you.
Yeah, but we decided it was like, we said that in the last one, didn't we? We're gonna read
didn't
Silver
we?
Spoon.
Yeah, I think
we said that.
I'm pretty sure we did. Yeah.
Random otaku says, I don't get what Brew is talking about. I think it's during the philosophy segment. He was totally confused.
At this point, I think he doesn't know what we are talking
Well-
about at any point in the
And
podcast.
apparently his account got hacked. Well,
Well, shit.
that sucks.
That does suck, yes.
But yeah, fuck it, just he made a new one. Yeah, so that's cool.
Reddit, there is one comment from Lucian
Yeah.
Chris. Silver Spoon was nice, but a bit dry, but it was nice. But that's slice of life for you. It, yeah, sure. I guess it's dry for the this thing like anyone else. I found it a bit interesting, bit more than just dry. It wasn't. It had a nice story at the back. It had a
Mhm.
lot of intelligent tidbits about agriculture and whatnot. So I had fun reading it. I've still not finished it myself, but I've come down to like 95 chapters now, so I'm not far away from finishing it. So it is pretty fun, but I can understand why you'd think it's dry. It's
Yeah.
Silver Spoon is the same author of Fullmetal Alchemist. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of the basis of
Hiromu Arakawa. Yeah.
the basis of us suggesting this manga for reading it.
Mhm. Yes.
And he suggested it 2 weeks
because
ago,
we
which
want
is
to check it out.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Uh,
we seem to be having a few hiccups with the Reddit stream. Again, guys, if you're on Reddit and you're having troubles with the stream, I would just suggest you come to YouTube because that's going smoothly for some reason. I'm not sure why, but Reddit Live always seems to not work properly for us. So sorry about that. If you can't come.
Reddit is out for us, man. It's like it wants to just shut down the stream every single time. I was
Maybe.
actually surprised that it was running all this while up until like 23 minutes. Because normally
Well-
it'll just shut down in like 3 minutes in and you'll be like, nope, I'm out.
It's running.
No.
It's doing well so far. It's going on.
No,
But
there
yeah,
are a
let's
few
move
hiccups here and there. It's getting stuck a bit and
Yeah.
then it's reloading, and that's the problem. But yeah,
it's not
so
crashing,
far,
right? Yeah.
so good. It's not
It's
crashing
Maybe
at
the
least.
Redditors,
Yes.
they're missing out on juicy
My God.
juicy content. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
So next in like non-anime, just random Weeb shit news, I guess.
yes.
Bro, I want you to take a look at the next article and give me your thoughts.
Okay, you just
So
want me
this,
to read it out?
yeah. So I'll give this thing. So this,
Yes.
so we like coffee. We like really good coffee.
like coffee,
We
sure,
like
you
to
could
call
say
us
that.
like we like to say that we prefer like good coffee because all of us dislike. At least I dislike instant coffee, and I think even Brew does. I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you see, we
And
don't
not
have a
that.
choice in
Yeah,
India.
there's
Yeah,
not
we don't
exactly
have
a
a
lot of
choice,
options to
Yeah,
run
we're
through.
kind of screwed because of that. Yes.
Yeah, so we do dislike like instant coffee, and like we when we have the chance, we buy like proper legit coffee and try to enjoy it, right?
Yes,
Because
that
it's
we do.
important for us to enjoy really good coffee.
That
And
we do.
we mostly like espressos, not being fancy or anything. It's just we like the flavor. Like we don't like watered down coffee. Like remember, Brew, we had gone on a trip somewhere and we went to like the road stop and we got coffee that literally tasted like burnt water.
Yes.
We had
Yes.
to fucking
I-
throw
I-
out the
I-
whole thing.
I also remember the time I went to, I think it was a Starbucks for the first time. And
Mm.
they were like, so Starbucks came just a while ago for us. Okay. It was a few years ago. And they were like, yo, and I was like, yo, this is an Americano. That sounds so fancy. I need that. And then I asked
Yeah.
for an
Kind of.
Americano, and then it was just basically watery coffee. And I felt so disappointed that day.
All Americano is, it's just watery coffee.
Their idea of coffee is just to give you the
Yeah, what do you
caffeine
mean
and sugar
their
so that you can
idea?
just.
My God, Audi. Racist much?
Uh-huh.
Hey, but like, see, if coffee, like mostly coffee here that we get, it just tastes like burnt and bitter. Like it has more flavor profiles than just being burnt and bitter,
That's true.
So
I don't know
that's
how
what-
you exactly make water that taste burnt, but
trust me,
kudos
it
to
was
that one
burnt
guy
as
who
shit.
managed to do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so this guy, this cafe owner in Japan, apparently says he makes instant coffee that's almost as good as fresh brewed, and he has a certain technique that he talks about. And Brew, did you read through it?
I am reading through it, but
You're out of what? You're
What?
back. You're back.
Oh.
Hmm.
Actually, I've got a method to make instant coffee taste better. You want me
Yeah.
to tell you? And then he shows the secret. You need 2 pots, but 2 coffee cups will work too if you're careful. Pour the coffee crystals into 1 pot and then add the hot water and stir it with a spoon to help the crystals melt. Pour the coffee from 1 pot into the other. Then pour the coffee back and forth 2 more times. And when you do that, you should notice some residue on the surface, like soup scum. Okay. Use a strainer and skim it off. do the whole thing once or maybe twice more, and you're all set. Okay, so here's the thing.
This looks
Basically,
familiar. Does this looks?
yeah, basically he's just
Yes,
putting it
exactly.
into different cups again and again and again and again, and that's exactly how coffee is made in South
Exactly.
India. So
Exactly what they do. Yeah.
so basically, in fact, they even have it like like one of the performances that they have, because they don't just pour one cup into the other. They go like,
Yeah, they do it with tea everywhere. Also, like the same thing.
Pretty
The
much, yeah.
cutting chai we have, but yeah, it's very common. The practice of.
But the thing is, it's
India
mostly
was
like
ahead of the coffee curve all this while.
Yeah, was
all
it?
this
Yeah.
while, and yet somehow we still have shit coffee.
Yeah, but,
Hey, I like-
it was really cool to see the whole thing happen, because they
That
would like
was
take it
really
so
cool.
far up,
Yeah.
and it's also a way to cool it down a bit so that you can drink it
It is.
immediately afterwards, and makes
But
it
see, that's
foamy.
the thing, right? He says he drinks instant coffee over there. I'm pretty sure their instant coffee is like leagues ahead of what our instant coffee
No,
is.
it just
It
looks like
depends,
the normal
actually.
Nescafe shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
I
he said.
figured
He
they'd
used
have
the
like
Nescafe
unique
Gold
flavors.
blend.
Or
We
you
have
don't
that
give
in
them the
India as well.
benefit of the doubt. Everything is not better in Japan.
Yeah.
It
I don't
just looks like normal shitty instant coffee to
He
me.
says it's a Nescafe Gold blend, so it is the
Yeah.
same coffee that we get.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
Yeah, it's not that
I would have
fancy.
never expected it to be that good. I don't know.
The
It just-
method that we use. Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, maybe because like good coffee I've had in India was like the guy in your old place
Yes, that guy's pretty
on
good.
his bicycle. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yes.
Yeah, but that's
So-
not like the best coffee ever, though.
It's not the best, but it was like good. We enjoyed it at that point in time, right?
Okay. And also the next one is also food related, where somebody
Yes.
is
So Tabasco Japan had an Instagram post, if you can put it up, where they recommended putting Tabasco in your beer.
why would
Why?
anyone do that?
Good flavor combination. Apparently, I came across this and I wanted to show this to you guys.
Uh-huh. Yes.
What do you think about it?
No.
I don't.
No,
I don't. I'm not a see.
The Instagram
I
one
can
doesn't work
understand.
properly.
I can understand experimentation and all, but this is
Mm.
like taking it a bit far.
Yes.
I like their other posts. They have like they're showing like Tabasco on taiyaki, some fried chicken,
Mhm.
some other nice fried goods and whatnot. But this seems like something they'd put on April Fools or some shit. I don't know. It feels a bit concerning if you're putting Tabasco in your beer.
But what does it taste like, though? I can't imagine the taste.
I think it's just barley spiced up. Or like how
So
else?
if I see the recipe, like here, that's written on the Instagram post. It says Tabasco. It says shio. It's salt. Biru, lime chili. Like I think lime chili.
Okay, I'm just
The
keeping
powder
the
and
image
the lime.
showing that it is Tabasco Japan who's saying this. I can't
Yeah.
even
So
log into
it's
Instagram.
kind of a like cocktail, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
So what? It's like a
It
Bloody
seems
Mary,
like
except
it.
it's just really weird. Otherwise,
No,
It's
see,
like
a
a
Bloody
beer
Mary still
Bloody
has
Mary. No, it's not
has a base of tomato at the end of the day. That
yeah. So it's
Yeah.
it's a beer Bloody
By the
Mary.
way, did you know so Japan does weird shit with beers. I've seen they also have they mix tomato juice and beer in Japan and also serve that to you.
Whoa, you.
So yeah. So they do weird shit with beer.
does it taste?
They also say you need salt and a lime wedge, and
Oh,
then a
why?
teaspoon
Mm.
of Tabasco.
Okay, so it doesn't taste sweet. Clearly, I don't know why I expected like a bit of sweet
Why?
tinge to come along with the beer. So a slight sweet tinge.
Tabasco? Or do you
No, not with Tabasco. Just the beer itself. Like
Okay.
I figured there'd be like a balance between the beer and the Tabasco, but here they're telling you to add salt and lime.
Okay, they
All
say
these
the
kind of like a
stinging
shot.
sensation that came with it was a very pleasant one. I'm not
Yes.
sure
Ah.
what exactly that means. I'm assuming it's like a Sid type of
Interesting.
person.
See, yeah, but Tabasco isn't spicy for me, so I'd just be like this just tastes like weird beer.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, wait, Tabasco is like a watery sauce, so doesn't it just dissolve?
It's like a
with the beer?
vinegary sauce.
Yeah, but even so, doesn't
No.
it just dissolve with the beer?
I don't think it'll dissolve. Like, yeah, it gets.
Does
I
it
guess
hold
gets
its own this
thin.
thing? Like, does it like send like globules of flavor, if you will, whenever you take a sip? I don't-
Globules of fucking flavor. No, I don't know. I've
Audi
never
has
tried
the
the banana.
darndest things to say, doesn't he?
Yes, but we can try it. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Sure, yes.
Why not? Yes, we could.
For
And Audi
science,
can
why not?
we
first
could-
you guys try it, and then I'll look at your reactions, and I'll decide if I
Oh,
want to
nah,
try it or not.
you weren't trying that on us right now, okay?
I'll fake it long enough if it's bad.
Yes.
Hmm.
Audi can't
But
fake
yeah,
it for shit. Audi is a terrible actor. I'm just
Mm.
putting that out there.
another thing,
And the final
a few
news
weird things
topic
that
of
Japan
the
is
day.
doing.
Yeah.
Is remember, Brew, we during our Golden Kamuri, we were talking about bear incidents in Japan and how they
Yes.
like punch bears and all that shit.
Yes.
So this is another new news, an article also on news where a bear was attacking him, and an old Japanese man asked him, "Who the hell are you?"
Okay, you know what?
In
I'm
Japanese.
just going to read this. While
Yeah,
standing in front of one customer's house, he was suddenly attacked by a silent figure that had snuck up on him in the pre-dawn darkness. Tackled to the ground, the delivery man began to fight back, pushing and punching. Unable to make out his attacker's face in the darkness, the delivery man shouted, "Who the hell are you?" But the assailant did not give his name because it was a bear.
I see.
he was fighting a bear.
Okay, I had my work gloves on, so at first I couldn't feel its fur, and I thought I'd been fighting a human. But when I realized it was a bear, I got really scared and didn't think I had any chance of beating it. So the 75-year-old man who's being talked about here thought he could take on a human, but once he realized it was a bear, he was like, "Nah, this is out
He's
of my
like,
league."
"Fuck, GG for me." Yeah.
Well,
And
at least I
So-
think he has a
so
chance. He could
finally,
like
The man was
whack
able
people
to
with
put
newspapers
up
and shit.
enough of a fight that the bear ran off, but it gashed his shoulders and back. His
Oh,
injuries
damn.
were
Oh.
non-threatening, and he returned home under his own power. Okay.
Man, that's badass. He just like took two bear attacks to his body and is like, yeah, you know what? Fuck going to the hospital. I'll just go back. I just need to like lie it off or something. It's fine.
What's up with
Yeah,
Japan
man.
and bear attacks and humans fighting
Well,
bears?
they have a lot of bears
There are a lot of
there.
bears, right?
They-
Hokkaido
Yeah,
tends to
a
have a
lot
lot
of
of
bears.
bears. The northern area tends to
Yeah,
have a lot
this
of
is in
bears.
Akita, which is
Hmm.
the north. This is the north, right?
Akita is supposed to be right below Hokkaido, right?
Yeah, on the main island. But apparently, he just said, "Who the hell are you?" And the bear was like, "Oh, sorry, it's not my place to attack you. I
Yes.
go back."
Apparently, because this
Bear was
guy
rather civil about it.
was very
Yes,
civil
bear was
about it. It
rather
seems
civil.
like
He's like, "Oops, sorry, sir. I didn't
Shit,
know.
sorry to
that it was
disturb you in
I
the
was
early
attacking."
early hours of the day, if you will.
Yes.
Uh,
And basically, we have a few comments. Forrest Dan says he hates coffee. Random Otaku says, "What is happening? I went for 1 minute and Brew is talking about coffee." And he says, "Dang, that delivery guy is like Zoro, apparently."
yes.
I
the
mean,
delivery
see,
guy is
considering
like
his
Zoro.
considering
Mhm.
Zoro's age and this guy's age, I think he's somehow more badass than Zoro
Yeah, he's
because
like,
he's like 74.
yeah, he's like
Like
74,
well
yeah.
past his prime, and he just took two gashes and he was like, nah,
I'm
cool.
done. Yep, it's fine. I'll just go
Guy,
back home.
guy had
See, it
zero
would have been
fucks to
really
give and was
metal
like,
if
just
this
went back.
guy went and finished his paper route,
Yeah, no, he just gave
Yeah.
a delivery like, why do you have blood on your shirt? It's nothing. Yeah, I just took a scratch.
Just
This is a
Dedication.
scratch.
there.
Mm.
Yes.
Oh, dude, that'll be.
Johan would have talked the bear into killing itself. You sure? Why
Oh my
not?
God. Yes, he probably would have. He
Very,
will-
very possible. Yes.
Okay. Also,
Ultimate
ultimate
Reddit
Reddit
boss.
boss. Yeah, we read it at the same time. You say.
Yeah.
Dude,
Tell us about
Did he-
Ganesh, please, and the moon with a clown face at the bottom, which I'm assuming is
Johan would have made the bear go do the deliveries for him.
Yes, that's true.
yeah. He would have ridden the bear to the yes.
In the warehouse.
Makes sense. That sounds like Johan indeed.
Yes. Yeah, crazy shit is going on there, huh? Don't worry,
Apparently.
India is fine. There's nothing crazy going on here. Normal country. Our news is pretty tame and boring. Don't worry.
Yes.
I
Instead of
don't
bears,
even
we
know
have
what
leopards and
happens in our
panthers.
news, to be honest. What the hell
Nothing interesting
happens?
going on here.
Yeah, what the hell happens in Indian news? Like, why
Very
is the Indian
rarely-
news so boring compared to Japanese
We just
news?
have too many
It's
people.
not boring. It's just shit. Like don't care about.
Remember the time a
basically.
leopard was loose in Audie's area in his where he
Leopards
stays.
are always loose in my
Wasn't it
area
like
around this time.
yesterday? Isn't it all the time that are
It's
leopards
pretty
loose?
much
No,
like
there was one time
once
that a
every year it
leopard
has
went
to
to a
come out.
mall. It like broke. It like got into a
Oh
mall,
yeah.
and everyone was freaked out about it. But
No, so that mall was still opening. I think it was like 6 o'clock in the morning or something.
yeah,
It was
yeah,
still
it was very early.
early hours of the day, and it was well behind opening. And the camera just happened to catch this leopard that just opened the glass door and just walked past, like casually walking through the main hall of the mall
Yes.
itself, and it
My
just walked.
God.
But for reference, much of the land in my city, anyways, is just land that has been claimed from the forest. So it's a very common
You're
occurrence
living
to
in
see
the national park, or you're living inside a national
right
park.
next to it, but it doesn't make much of a difference. So yes.
Basically,
Hmm.
once we enter your area, we are inside the national park.
There are like common attacks. Like it's not even attacks. They're just common sightings of seeing leopards on the street every now and then. There was this one dude who apparently was
Yes.
in a bike and he just saw a leopard standing in front of him, and the leopard just walked away because the leopard was full.
Makes sense. You don't want to. You don't want to fill yourself a little too much.
Yes.
You know.
Oh my God. So I was looking at like India news and I saw something that I can't say out loud because we'll be GG'd, but I'll send it to you on Telegram, and I just want to see your reactions to reading this.
Mm.
What are your thoughts on
Yes.
that?
I'm not going to say anything
Yeah,
about that.
I'm
We're
not
just
going to
gonna
comment on
ignore-
it, but
We're
Yeah,
going
Yeah,
to ignore
don't
it
comment on it.
straight up
Don't
now.
comment on it. But
interesting
interesting, huh?
thoughts.
Very interesting, huh?
Very interesting.
Yes. Okay. Anyway, we can finally get rid
But
of
our
these
news
freaking
is all too
blazers.
political. Yeah.
Mm.
But
We're
yeah,
gonna-
let's move on to the next
We're going to get
segment.
rid of these blazers, and then we're going to show you. We're going to get into our main topics of the day. So here's minute 101.
Yes.
Oh yes, I was not doing anything at all. My camera went out of focus. Okay, that's great. It didn't show me mess up anything.
Nice.
Yes. We are
Yes.
here
Sid
with
is
our
still
minute
struggling.
101. Yes, Sid is still struggling. Haha, fat Sid. I'm not fat. You are. Ha ha ha.
Yes, apparently I am.
Anyway, yes. Sid,
So-
you may start off explaining your.
For minute 101, we're going to talk about an anime I saw a long time ago, years ago, called
Years ago.
Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress.
Mhm.
Okay. And like, I never heard about this anime before or this thing. I just came across it on like the Crunchyroll app, as we do where we watch anime. Yeah.
Yes,
I
as we
came
do.
across
Yes.
it on the Crunchyroll
Mhm.
app, and before watching the episode, I had to play like a little like memory game, match it. It's a new feature Crunchyroll has. Before you play
Yes, yes.
anime,
Uh-huh.
like matching the correct image to what's written,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And it's kind of difficult, but it's a fun game. You should try it sometimes. Yeah.
Yes, of course. Crunchyroll has the best games. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. It was like a weird captcha verification game. Very strange that they had it.
Mm.
Yes, of course.
But after that, I checked out and I was surprised. It wasn't actually bad. It was actually quite interesting. And before, like I say this, I love like zombie stuff. Like
Yes, you love
movies
zombie
and
stuff way too much.
Yeah. And Brew, I know, is not a big fan, and Audie kinda like zombie things. I'm not
I like
sure.
zombie things. I
Yeah.
don't hate them. It depends. Some certain games and certain stories can
Okay,
tend to get a bit boring.
sorry, my camera will just not stop focusing.
Yeah,
away
it just
from
keeps
me.
going.
Just so
It just
annoying.
sometimes zooms in and then
Yes.
goes out of focus and then
Okay,
does
you know
weird
what?
shit in it.
I will just try to fix that just a second.
Mhm.
It is.
You
Zombie
may
tropes
go
can
on.
get a bit boring.
Yes,
so
it can get a bit boring, yeah. But
like I tend to be a bit iffy about it. But yeah.
I didn't finish this anime,
Hmm.
so I saw it till a point. I think I don't even know if I saw how much I saw, but I saw a good amount. I think till the end of the first season, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, it was pretty cool. So it was by Wit Studio. It was one of the early Wit Studio stuff, and
course.
the anime, the fight scenes were really cool. The fight scenes were really well done.
Mhm.
What really stood out to me, like what I still remember, are the fight scenes. So the concept is there are like these zombies called like Kabane, basically.
Mhm.
And like it's not anything crazy. It's not like a crazy story, but like there are these zombies called Kabane,
Mhm.
and there are these people who are like like half
Hunters?
human, half zombie, who have the superpowers of the zombie, really
Ah,
strong, but they are like still human, and they're called Kabaneris, basically.
Mhm.
okay.
So it's based in like the industrial age, you know.
Yeah,
So
it's
they have
supposed to
like
be a
steam
virus
powered
that
guns.
spawns from the Industrial
Yeah.
Revolution. Hmm.
So it's like these steam powered guns and like this steam powered. They're on the steam powered like locomotive, the steam train,
Hmm.
and they're traveling in this train basically. And it's about the story of this guy who does become like a Kabaneri, and you know he
Mm.
meets other Kabaneris in the train, and they're fighting the zombies, and they're trying to go to the fortress, you know, because that's like the ultimate, like, you know, the like
Okay.
in any zombie movie, there's this place where you'll be safe,
Yeah,
like
they're like
that.
a safe haven
Yeah, yeah,
sort
yeah.
of. Yeah.
But yeah, the fight scenes were really cool, really well animated. It's by With Studio, of course. They're really great at what they do. So I did actually really enjoy it. Yeah, and a lot of
The
people, what? Tell
no,
me.
no, you go on. Finish.
A lot of people compare it to Attack on Titan. They say it's the same thing,
Yeah,
and I
it,
don't
it
think
sounds
it's the same
similar.
thing. It
That's
is
what I,
similar in a way. Like, yeah, there's like they have a heart where you kill them, and the guy
yeah.
turns into like the
No,
half carbon. But
uh,
that doesn't make it the and like I kind of like this more than Attack on Titan because I'm not a big fan of Attack on Titan,
So
and I'll get
Sid,
cancelled for saying
interestingly,
that.
I'm like, I know we
Yeah.
were talking about this right before. Like, you
Yes,
hadn't
yes.
told me much about it, but you said that you do prefer it over Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
And on YouTube, Dan just said that it was thoroughly disappointing, though I watched it at the same time as Attack on Titan. So I kind of thought it was ripping
Yeah, that's what
AOT off.
everyone thinks. Yeah.
And random
I saw
Otaku
it
says
as
kind of
boring
sounds
genre.
boring for me.
I see
Yeah,
it as
Attack
a
on Titan
zombie
is boring. You're
genre.
right.
Attack on Titan, yeah, I'm not a big fan of Attack on Titan, so I'll like anything that I enjoy over Attack on Titan.
Yeah, that's true.
when did Attack on Titan first this thing come out? Like when did it start?
I have no idea.
know. But this is like
Because this is anime for this is supposed to be starting in 2016.
yeah, this
Okay,
was
so the anime for Attack on Titan was on 2013.
Mhm.
Makes sense that it feels
Mhm.
like it. But see, that's the thing, right? We said earlier, the Attack on Titan base for it all, where people are kind of trying to fight a big bad and trying to save themselves is a very common storyline.
Yeah.
It's kind of the basis of most zombie movies as well.
Mhm.
You survive and you try to
Yeah,
make
it's
sure
more
that every
yeah.
day you just try to survive from the
Mhm.
zombies, and you just make sure that you get from point A to point B without losing as many people or any people at all. It's similar. It's not exactly ripping off Attack on
I
Titan
don't
because it's
think
a
it's
very common concept to begin with.
yeah, all zombie movies like they have the thing where you have to survive and fight zombies. So it's just that, but like a different version of that, right?
More often than not, like zombie movies have to kind of do like an emotional pull on you in order to actually be very interesting. Kind of like
Some good
Train to
ones.
Busan.
I love that. Train to Busan is fucking
Train to
amazing.
Busan was
One of the best zombie movies. Yeah.
it was a bit like a psychological thriller of sorts towards the end. It was like
Yeah.
really, really fucking with you because you get
Really
so
fucking
invested in the
yeah.
characters in the train. It's
Amazing. And
There
I've
are
seen
no one
like
should die.
27 days later and stuff, and I still like Train to Busan a lot. Yeah.
But
Even
it does a good job of like creating a narrative for these characters, and it does
Yeah,
more
yeah.
than just having to survive. Like, yeah, sure, surviving is fun, but then if you don't do it right, then it's going to be just that. Like you have to add a bit more onto it, and it
Surviving
has
is fun, but if you don't do it right, you're going to be dead.
No, I'm not talking about like the general sense of it. Yes, if
Okay.
you don't survive right, you will
Okay.
die.
Yes,
Talking about
of
like a
course.
cinematic this thing, but it gets a bit bland. It's kind of like the whole argument with Last of Us and other zombie games that come nowadays.
Last of Us is amazing too. I do
Not
like
Last of Us 1, Last of Us 2. Last of Us 2 was
Oh.
kind of ripping off the
See,
same this thing
two-
again.
Yeah, but two, it was still a beautiful game.
Did you
It's
guys,
just
like-
people
beautiful
did you
didn't
guys like hate
people-
Last of Us 2?
No, people didn't like the story decisions. No, I
Yeah,
didn't dislike it as much as people do. I was hurt, but I was cool with it.
So like there's a game called Days Gone, if you will. It's supposed to be a very
Yeah, I've heard
generic
of
zombie
that.
game.
Yeah.
And it kind of does everything right. Basically, it's like a very basic bitch zombie game if you think about it, and if you play it, it's like it doesn't do anything more than what it provides, but it does every one of those aspects that it does provide really well. So in that sense, it sort of carries itself as a zombie product, if you will. But
Mhm.
otherwise, many other of these zombie movies like The Walking Dead, the series and all, they do they do like some real psychological shit on you, and they kind of give you that emotional investment for
I
many of
got
these
tired of
characters.
Walking Dead after like 5 seasons. I haven't seen
Yeah,
it for now.
many
Like,
people did. Like many people kind of
Yeah, yeah.
started hating it after a point because they had what is the main character? I forgot his name.
uh, Carl Daddy, na?
Yeah, my God,
I
Carl's
don't
daddy.
remember.
Yes,
Yeah.
his name was
Remember
Carl's
Carl?
daddy.
Carl's daddy, yes.
Rick.
But
Rick. Was it Rick?
Yes,
I think
it was
yeah.
Rick.
Yeah.
But yeah, you see, you relate to them on some level, and then after a point, it just gets absurd, and you just sort of don't feel for anything for it anymore.
Yeah.
So something like this, comparing it to Attack on Titan doesn't exactly make sense because again, it was
It
always
doesn't make
there.
sense to me. Yeah, it's
Hmm.
not. It's not ripping off Attack on Titan at
Hmm.
all. And like there are good like have you Zombieland is fucking amazing. Have you seen Zombieland?
Zombieland was amazing. The first,
have
I've not
not.
seen the
Yeah.
second one. I've seen the first one. The
The
first one
second
was
one is also really nice.
Hmm.
And the first one is I like it more, but the second one is also really nice. They kept the same tone and
the
of
tempo of it,
comedy
yeah.
and everything and got in new characters. They do that really
Yeah,
well, you know.
they do again. They do additional stuff on top of the whole zombie this thing, so it makes it interesting.
Yeah, so
But-
they what?
Yeah, this sort of rang
It's
like
really
similar
cool.
bells for me.
Yeah.
But if I had to compare it with Attack on Titan, I think I like this better because already the art looks.
And this is like very
way better.
steampunk and like
Yeah.
they have like these interesting steam weapons and
Again,
it's really well animated. So
People say it is similar because
Yeah.
even in Attack on Titan, people use like the gas canisters and whatnot to fly
Yeah, they
around, and
do.
the
Yeah.
Spider-Man whips and whatnot. So it feels like it's a similar this thing, but I don't know. Like this feels like it has a lot more to offer.
Yeah. I enjoyed it way more.
Mhm.
But yeah, if
Nice.
you want to check it out.
Basically, we are not fans of Attack on Titan. That's what you're saying.
Not quite, no.
Yeah, I think everyone knows that. I think that's very clear.
There are tons of things on the list, anime
Higher
and
than
non-anime that are way better than Attack on Titan.
Yes. Anyway, we can now
Obvious reasons.
let's any comments before we move on to the next one.
Random Otaku says Clementine isn't the main character. Clementine.
Yeah, that's in the game series. Yeah, that's what I was also thinking
the
about.
the girl, right? Her name is
Her,
Clementine.
the main guy in that game was also supposed to be a really good character, and people kind of hated the fact that he spoilers died in the first Walking Dead
Thanks for
game.
giving them so much time
Spoilers
after
died.
saying spoilers.
Spoilers died.
That's amazing.
Anyone who knows Clementine kind of knows what she had to go through because she is the one who like suffered the fate firsthand. So
Freaking terrible.
Like Audi.
My
I forgot
God.
his name, but yeah, pretty much Clementine. That's what I was thinking about.
Even
But yeah,
by the way, amazing zombie movie. Jim Jarmusch is The Dead Don't Die. Fucking amazing. Recommendation. What's that
But
shit?
the dead do die though. What's he talking
They
about?
don't.
but they don't die. Plot
course
twist.
It's a zombie movie, but it also isn't. Haha.
Hey, I've seen this.
You've seen-
No, I've not seen. I've seen like snippets of it, but because I've seen this, like the normal looking Adam
Mhm.
Driver, and I forgot the other guy's name. The other two actors.
What do you
name.
mean normal looking
Murray?
Adam Driver?
Bill Murray. Shit.
Bill Murray, Tilda Swinton. Yeah, it's a pretty cool film, and it's Jim Jarmusch.
Jim Jarmusch. Right. Yeah, Adam Driver looks like a normal postman or sheriff by the looks of it. Policeman.
Adam Driver looks normal in like most
Everything.
I
Yeah.
know. All I remember,
Yeah.
all I know him from
You
is
just-
Star Wars. I haven't
You
watched.
haven't even
my
watched
God.
the movies.
Yeah, I just see him
Yeah.
like in multiple Reddit memes, and that's kind of
But
how I
you
know him.
haven't even seen him in a video. You don't even know what he looks like.
He has so many better films than Star Wars. I'm
Hey,
not
man.
even joking.
I'm not
He has
disputing
so
it.
many
I just know
films
that all that I know about him is from Star Wars.
So he's there in Dead Don't Die. He's there in Patterson, another Jim Jarmusch film, which is really good. He was there in that one, Marriage Story.
Yes, Marriage Story was supposed to be really.
Which was a really good
I didn't
film.
watch
I
it,
really
but
liked
apparently
it.
a lot of people, my sister also
Yep.
watched it and said it was really emotional.
It definitely was. It was fucking cool. Yeah, I like that
Mhm.
film. Yes, he's done a lot of cool shit instead of Star Wars, I guess.
The only thing Audi knows him from.
Yes, only thing Audi knows. Yeah, but
Mhm.
he's actually pretty cool.
Nice.
Hey, just one sec, guys.
Yes.
Before we move on, Adi, could you just check our Reddit stream and tell me if everything's cool?
I was constantly checking it. I keep refreshing it every now and then. It's stuck at 50 minutes 49 seconds.
Okay, I'm just gonna put. Oh wait, I am.
Okay, it
Dumber.
is going
I am
on.
Dumber is here. Hello, I am Dumber. He says Logan Lucky. Yes, Logan Lucky is
Yes.
also a movie.
Yes, Logan Lucky was also pretty fucking cool. Do you remember? Any of you have seen it?
Logan
I don't
Lucky,
remember.
I have not heard of it. No.
My God, you always need to watch.
Shit. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I mean that was a pretty fucking cool movie. Anyways, these guys don't watch movies. What can I do?
Hey, I
Mhm.
watch movies. Okay, I've seen a lot
Do
of them.
you?
Yes, I've seen the Star Wars with Adam Driver in it.
No, you haven't.
I have. I actually have.
You have?
Yeah.
Wow, I haven't.
He has seen a surprising amount of Star Wars movies and knows a surprising
I've
amount of
only
Star
seen
Wars shit
the-
for hating it.
I've seen the 6 and I've seen Rogue One. Was that one the short story? That one was nice.
Yeah. Rogue One was nice.
Rogan was
Yeah,
a short
I like
story.
that one. But I haven't seen any of the new ones.
Wait, I'm just gonna put the YouTube link on Reddit so that we can.
Yeah. So do check it out. It's pretty cool. Audi, you can check it out and
Yes.
let us know your thoughts.
Adam Driver.
Not Adam Driver. Kabaneri.
Yeah, don't send us
Yes, I realize.
thoughts. Yeah, for God's sake. Anyway, yeah. So
But
we
yes,
can
let's-
finally move on to our main
Yes, let's-
topic of the day, which
Not
Sid
the
has
main.
not seen. What? It's not the main. What?
Brew cookies, brew.
Oh no, shit! I forgot to research for that again. God damn it!
Hey, bullshit. You said you are ready. Don't lie.
I actually forgot. Oh my god.
Only today you're already
Okay, you know what?
ready.
We are going to opinionate it. We are.
You're debating people, dude.
Nice delay. Yeah.
Okay, we shall come to this mysterious topic someday in the future.
Yes, someday in the
yes.
future. I apologize. I have slacked off this time. But at least I'm better than Sid, who did not read the main series we wanted to talk about today, Silver Spoon.
Yes, before you all start, I haven't read it, so I have no clue what happened. So I'm just gonna be listening and reacting to what you say.
Okay,
Get
so here's the
started.
thing. I don't know too much of the story either because I'm like at I think 45 to 50 chapters somewhere.
Hey, that's half of what Audis read. How many
Yeah,
are there?
Around
130, I believe.
I see.
134.
Hmm.
Yeah, but
Okay.
It's surprising that you, of all people, didn't read it because you're the
I wanted to.
not you said Brew. I
Brew.
expected Brew to be the one to finish it right away because he is like the.
no, I was
Animal
taking it
expert.
slow.
I see.
Bruce changing. He's taking manga slow.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, you know there are just some manga that you don't feel like reading all in one go.
Yeah, it's
I
actually
feel you.
it makes sense because this was not a very fast-paced manga in any sense, and it was fun to read it very slowly. Like you can take time out of your day and just like read a couple of chapters, and it does show a lot of story in those 2 chapters itself.
Yeah, I mean it's
In
also
2
funny.
chapters?
Like it's funny, so it's not like it's.
Oh, it's funny.
yeah,
Is
it's
it
funny,
gag
yeah.
funny?
It's
Or like
mostly it's like gag, but
slice
what's
of
the
life
best way to
funny?
put this? Yeah, it's slice
Comedy-
of life funny. Yes.
yeah, comedy slice of life, sort of.
Okay.
But it's more like educational comedy slice of life to best put because most of its content is just them talking about a lot of aspects of Japanese agriculture, Hokkaido farms and
Mhm.
whatnot.
Yes,
You
yes,
should
yes.
love it.
That's why I wanted to read it. Hokkaido.
But yeah, they like go into full detail about like animal husbandry, like crop farming, and basically just try doing everything like a farmer would do in Hokkaido. And
Give a
Or
basic
anywhere, or anywhere.
you-
It's not like it's only
or
limited only
anywhere.
to
Yeah.
Hokkaido.
no, like their way of cooking is like supposed to be a bit different because they not only make the ingredients but they can also make the products themselves. They go into this whole
yeah,
like
but that's just like one school. I'm pretty sure you can do that all around the world in different places.
yeah, you can obviously do it anywhere you want, but then here they seem to be covering all ends. It's like some schools will normally just have,
Yeah, but we
Give a
know
little
that
summary of
specialized
the
school
story,
doesn't.
guys.
Okay,
Give a
No,
yes.
little
so, okay.
summary of the
So
story.
the summary of the story is we follow the story of a guy named Hachiken, and Hachiken is supposed to be a prep school student that sort of got really good grades on everything he did a test for. but he had no dream on his this thing like for his future. And so what happened was he was sent to Yezo Agricultural High School in Hokkaido, and he was just sent there because I'm not entirely sure. I remember the reason why he was sent there, but he was just sent there because his dad wanted him to send him to a school, or he wanted to go there because he found interest in it. But basically, he lands up in this agricultural high school and he starts learning about how to do farming, basically.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to interrupt because Audi has butchered the story completely. So basically, his parents are like really, really strict, and they expect way too much out of him. So he's like in the bottom half of his prep school, and he can't take the pressure. And he literally just goes out to this place to leave his family behind and get away from their clutches. Audi, what story did you read? I'm very curious because you've read double the amount I've read, and you still don't know.
I don't remember that bit. I didn't really care much about that bit.
It's his little backstory though.
Yeah, he hates it, but then I didn't really care about why he went there. He just goes there and he has fun doing it.
I don't care why the main character does what he does, guys.
Yeah, I didn't really care about that. I just found fun. I found it real fun that he was having fun doing what he was doing. I didn't care about the fact that he wanted to just get away and shit. He does play an integral part.
That should be something you can relate to quite a bit.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, okay.
Maybe I tuned it out. Who knows?
Yeah, basically he is not the type of kid who you find in a farming school, so to speak. Everyone else is like, they come from a farmer family. They have their own farms, big or small, and they have factories and stuff like that. Well, this guy is just some random dude from Tokyo.
Other people plan to take over like the family business.
Yes, they plan to take over their family businesses and do different things. One guy wants to become a vet, and this guy is just like, I don't know what I want to do. I don't give a shit about life, dude. I'm just like here. And the thing is, because he's just like fuck it. But because of because the type of person he is, he's from the city. He has a very interesting view on almost everything that happens in this farmland. So they aren't used to a city boy, so to speak. And he's not used to the country guys and girls, so to speak. So that leads to a very weird interaction between them. Oh my god, yeah.
But yeah, continue.
So basically, there is a lot of gag, but it touches on some very important topics about animal farming in general. Because when you farm animals, there's an automatic question of morality and all that.
We were asking Audi about that, remember?
Yeah, and after reading more of this, I know for sure that Audi can't do something like that. Because
Audi said he could do it.
I believe I can't do it right now, but then it'll probably be acquired. I'll probably be able to learn it at some point if I do take interest in it.
You won't be able to do it. So here's
you
the thing.
Say that, but then I can try. Like it doesn't hurt to try. Who knows?
It does hurt to try. That's the problem, Audi. That's why you won't try it. Don't say maybe. I swear to God, I'll slap. Oh my God, he said let's see instead of maybe.
It's a new thing. Yeah.
But yeah, so
but what the thing is, they show the guy struggling.
Yeah, they show the guy struggling a lot with different things. So I put up an image on the stream, the YouTube and Twitch stream, where he's holding a little piglet, and everyone. So basically, this pig gives birth to piglets, and there is one which is like a runt, and it's on the back of the pig's nips, so that it doesn't get proper priority.
Yeah.
And this one is a runt, so to speak, and he names it Pork Bowl.
Interesting.
So everyone tells him not to name it because then you get too attached and they're going to be sent out to become basically pig meat in different forms.
Yes.
And he still names it Pork Bowl. And well, he gets too attached but he is like, okay, they have to go. I can't do anything. So what he does is he buys the pig Pork Bowl in its entirety. So they basically send out all their pigs and get this one back as butchered meat for him to use. And it's basically his struggle with the whole thing. He's like, oh my God, it's the pig that I loved so much. And now it's just 51 pounds of meat or something like that in front of him. And he's like torn about it. And he then names the pigs from the other next batch of piglets as well. So basically showing that he cares too much for the piglets. And the thing is, like everyone,
connection with them, right?
Yeah, and everyone else has a connection with the piglets that come next because he's made such a connection with them and they've also been a part of it, so to speak.
Yeah.
So it really raises a lot of questions about morality. The only thing that I found agreeable was that horses need to be put down if they break their leg. That was the only animal thing that
yeah.
I found agreeable.
They can't
That
be mended in any way, or is it just
No,
that they're
so-
too
No,
large?
they
to
I
mend?
was,
actually
I was
do
talking to
that.
my
Mhm.
dad about it.
Hmm.
So my dad's into animal welfare a lot. So for those of you who are joining in on the streams, so what happens is apparently horses don't have a state where they're lying down or sitting
Yeah, they
down.
always stand.
They always
Yeah.
stand. So when a horse falls down, which is what's going to happen when you break your leg, the horse keeps trying to get up again and again repeatedly, which keeps destroying the leg more and more. And the horse can't just stay like that because they're not comfortable in that position. It's against their nature.
Mm.
So basically, because of the amount of stress that the horse keeps putting on its leg, they most likely have to put it down unless they can amputate the leg and put in a prosthetic leg. But even that is very difficult, apparently. So the horse loses its will to live after it's been down for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, I've heard
But-
that.
Here it says that they can lie down though, like they
No,
can
even I
either
heard
proper lie
stories.
down, and they can even like sit on their knees if they want.
But
Because
I don't
even
think they
when
do.
I used to go to
It's
the
supposed to be
farm,
apparently a
or as a kid, they used to tell me the same thing about horses.
yeah, there are
Mm.
like videos out there that show horses that sleep while they're standing as well, but and it kind of does add a bit more to it. But then here from the website called thehorse.com, aptly put,
Horse.com,
Yes.
of course.
thehorse.com, it says that lying down behavior in horses is a very completely normal part of sleep. A horse can rest or doze in a standing position because of the stay apparatus in both the front and hind limbs, which allows their legs to lock in place. Horses lie down during deeper sleep states. So maybe like a hibernation, this thing, they probably
Horses
just lie
don't
down.
hibernate, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I don't
think
know.
they-
Like, I don't think they hibernate, but then it's saying during deeper sleep states. So
Yeah, but okay, I don't know about that.
I
but
don't
as
know.
far as I know, they have to be put down if they break their leg because they can't be
Mhm.
yeah.
made to stand again. But anyway, yeah. So I don't know how reliable the horse.com is, to be
I mean,
honest.
it is
But
called thehorse.com. So reliable horse information if you want it.
I'm going to book a site named theaudi.com and then just like put in
Dude,
like fucked
let's
up
buy that
facts about
shit.
him.
Oh
Holy
my
shit.
And
Fuck, we
it's
shouldn't have done this
reliable,
live. Yeah.
My God.
Oh,
But yeah,
Hmm.
so basically everything else was very for me because in one scene, this old farmer guy, this Hachiken is helping out the farmer guy because the girl he likes is, it's her farm, and this guy hits a deer while coming down one way to a farm, and then he makes him cut the deer open and get all the meat
Butcher
out
it.
and all that
Hmm.
stuff. And then when on his way back, he hits a bear.
Yeah.
And they cut that up as well.
And they cut up the bear and eat it. And
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
was just okay. One
But
second. So you're telling me when you have a farm, it's just normal for you to hit one animal,
I
one way,
imagine.
hit the other animal the other way.
Yeah,
it's like open
for Christ's
grounds,
sake,
right?
When they hit the bear, the entire truck was like all dented and broken. I don't even know how he got home with that truck. Okay,
I'm
Did he
glad
go
it
out to
bonus,
hit it
right?
on purpose, or was it like roadkill?
that's
No, I
the
think it
thing,
was
I don't
roadkill.
know. And he somehow
so
managed to
it's-
get the
right.
bear up to the truck. How?
No, so the roads there are supposed to be very dimly
Yeah.
lit or completely dark during the night. So it's supposed to be in like forested land. And
Okay,
it's apparently a very
I
common
was
occurrence to
just
find bears over
confused.
there.
I was just
Yeah, a lot of
confused
people
as to
hit deers
how
and actually
they managed to
take
get the
them
bear
and
on the
consume them.
truck with one old
Hey,
man,
it's
one young
probably like
kid,
a
and another young kid.
It's probably like a
Yes.
small bear that they could probably.
Oh,
like,
it was a small bear. You saw the size of that bear in the
You
manga.
know
Yeah, I don't
stories
know.
about bears in Japan, okay? They aren't that afraid of it, apparently.
No, the bear is dead. He managed to lift it up and
Yeah.
put it in his truck. How is that possible?
they're farmers. They probably did this like this isn't their first time.
I
so they
see.
managed a method
They are
somehow.
Yeah, but
farmers.
it's quite
So they
common
lifted a
for
freaking
people to
bear.
consume
Yeah.
animals that they kill, like just use
Yeah,
up the
no,
meat.
no,
as
I
a
get
it is
meat
very
target.
common.
I'm just trying to understand how they managed to get the bear on the truck. That
That's
is
the
all
power
I'm
of
trying to
anime.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I don't know because I haven't read the manga, so I can't.
I mean,
sounds like
yeah,
the
again,
power of
it's like
anime.
it probably isn't
Yeah.
the first time. So there's definitely some strength in that old man. He's like
Yeah, stronger
lifted
than
him,
us,
just
I
fucking
guess.
threw him onto
I
the
don't-
truck. It's
I don't think an old man can lift a bear.
you don't know.
Oh my God. But yeah, other than that, there was a lot of questioning of the consumption of meat by the other people there, even though they were farm children, so to speak. So since he named the piglet, this one girl gets really sad about the whole thing, and she starts thinking about whether she should, kill animals for meat. She's like, no, they're innocent beings, you shouldn't just kill them for meat. And then she's like, oh, but the meat is so delicious though. And the main guy as well, Chicken, he's like, I'm never going to eat pig again. I'm never going to eat beef again. And then one guy's like, yo, you want some? And then he's like, it's so good. I was like, okay. Like, I understand you want to add humor to the manga, but it sometimes it was like weirdly misplaced.
Good though.
No, but if you're going through an existential crisis where you're like, this animal I've been eating for the last 50 years without any 50 years is too much. Last 15 years is just too much. Now should I really eat it? And then somebody offers you that same thing and you're like, yep, love it.
People have like pet pigs and they still eat pigs, like.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but it really brings that aspect into the forefront. So basically makes people question their morality. What are they doing the right thing?
Makes no sense, because in the beginning, there is like a whole morality, this thing going on. But then towards like where I've reached anyways, those pigs that they started naming all of them, the whole class just buys it out. They buy all the pigs itself and they just convert it into meat and then sell them for sausages.
There was sorry, Audi, finish your point. I'll tell you after that.
No, like it shows that they do develop a connection to it, but then after a point they're like, you know what, I should spend this money, and even the teachers are like, yes, you should spend this money and you'll make this into an agricultural lesson. We should teach you how to sell products.
Of course, the agricultural lesson of butchering a pig and selling it as sausages.
Well, they do learn how to make sausages and how to make bacon out of it and smoking techniques and whatnot.
There are some real nice sausages that I remember that I miss.
Okay, also, I like recently when I went to meet these two, I had the misfortune of smelling bacon right up in my nose,
way,
and I was not a fan.
Drew is like proper vegan boy.
I'm not vegan, I'm vegetarian.
He is vegan boy.
There's a huge difference though between that. Yeah, but anyway, I smelled bacon up front, and I cannot for the life of me understand how people like it so much. I'm not like, if you like it, good for you, more power to you, but holy shit, I couldn't stand it.
Well,
it does taste better. Hey, Brew has. Oh, wait, I can't say whatever. Fuck it. This is
you keep that shit to yourself.
We'll say it if you
totally didn't make it obvious at all. Thanks, guys. Yes, of course.
Brew,
nothing happened.
But yeah, I understand. Yeah, there are.
I can see why people hate
I myself
vegetarian
be a vegetarian. Like now, if I'm at home, I'm still vegetarian. Outside, I'll eat whatever, but I don't want to cook meat, so I don't buy it. So at home, I'm still a vegetarian.
Yeah,
but I don't have the disgust, I guess. I there are a few things I don't like that I've tried. Like I dislike duck meat because it smells fucked to me. I'll never have that shit.
I've never had that. I don't know. People really love duck meat.
I really like it, but I can't stand the smell. And I've had weird shit. Yeah.
They love duck meat that has been like boiled in duck fat or something. It's like a technique or something. I forgot what it was called. But apparently that makes it
blood soup all over again, dude. I can't stand that.
Duck blood soup. That's the first time hearing of it.
How is that the first you're hearing of it? Hearding. Oh my god, yes.
And Tagu says, I cannot stand the smell of mutton, but I love it with biryani. Yeah, even I cannot stand mutton, but
yeah, makes sense.
Some dishes, like, it tastes really fucking good. Yeah.
I can't stand anything, apparently.
Yes. Some mutton, they have that weird gamey flavor, which I can't. I don't like that gamey flavor in meat that I get like in mutton and like.
Yeah, that's
I honestly probably don't even understand what the gamey flavor is.
Yeah, you probably don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you that bacon did something to me. I'm not sure what it did, but it did something to me.
Pig is my favorite type of meat if we had to rank. Like, I like the taste of that the most. Yeah. For me, I enjoy that the
more
most.
often than not, pig is the most this thing. Pigs are never caught wild, and even if they are caught wild, they are also treated very carefully, and that gaminess is not in them exactly.
It has a nice umami, like a saltiness, like the meat. That's why I enjoy it.
Yeah. Unless
real
you
nice.
hunt boar, in which case boar is like
I've
super
had boar
gamey.
also, by the way. It wasn't that gamey.
Yeah,
at
I
least the
wasn't
one.
a big fan of it either. Yeah, I can understand it. It's like the gaminess comes into play over there. But mutton, yeah, mutton, the gaminess does come into play at every now and then. But more often than not, here, anyways, there are people who grow mutton in farms and just sell it off. In Mumbai, anyways. I don't know about outside of Mumbai.
Yeah, you apparently they say something about the way you clean the meat and the
The
blood,
meat,
the
yeah.
flavor. It's the same
Mm.
thing for fish. Like I can't have fish that smells.
It's not just the
I don't think you can have anything that smells bad. Like, if you think
No,
it
but the
smells
normal
bad, you
fishy
wouldn't have
smell
it.
that people like and enjoy. A lot of people like stuff with that fishy smell. Right? I can't have it. Most people who eat fish, they're okay with that. I can't have it.
Yeah, but,
Like,
people like Audi
I
exist to
like
just go down to
sashimi
the
a
river
lot.
in Kerala, just pick
Yeah.
up a fish and pop it in.
See, I love fresh fish. Fresh fish doesn't smell like, and if it's killed and cleaned
Yeah, that is
properly,
true. Yeah.
I like stuff like sashimi and stuff. I do enjoy those because it doesn't have like that weird fishy smell. But like old fish and stuff, I cannot have like the.
Yeah, the
prevents me
day
from
old fish sort of
people enjoying. Yeah,
allows for rigor mortis to set in, and then it just sort of ruins the
yeah,
base taste of it.
yeah. The Japanese do this thing. They put like a metal wire through the spine after killing it, which prevents rigor mortis. That's why it doesn't have that
They
smell.
also cut
Apparently,
it in a certain way to stop it.
yeah. After that,
Mm.
Okay,
but
here's the thing though,
yes.
like we're talking now
Oh, sorry, yeah, we
you guys
started
went
talking
you guys
about-
went on into how gamey everything is and what tastes like what.
It was like tangent,
Yeah,
and then
which was-
another fucking
which was
tangent
the
Yeah.
all the way
opposite
over
of
there.
what we were supposed to
Yes,
be talking
sorry.
about.
Yes,
My bad. That happens.
But yes, so the whole question that it seems is being raised is it morally okay to eat animals? Like is it morally acceptable to eat animals from a completely moral point of view? Killing them to eat them, is it okay? And
sure.
there are a lot of
Sure.
people who are, oh my god,
Hey, you asked us. So we gave
You
you a
are what the fuck?
there are a lot of people in the manga. Oh my god, you can't hold a conversation with these.
See, that's the
Oh,
thing,
hey,
right?
we actually thought you were asking us a question. I didn't know you were telling something
I
about
was
the
literally
manga.
saying that's the question which is coming up
Okay,
in this
continue,
freaking
sorry,
manga, and you
continue,
guys didn't even
fine.
wait for me to finish 2 words in the sentence.
Random otaku also says yes, it is okay.
My god,
Even
No,
he
but
thought
see,
it was a question.
That's the
But
thing,
yeah.
right? If they do bring
this
up a
is
point
humans
where
are omnivores, which is a really weird argument to make because then that means they can eat other humans as well.
well,
so
there
that's
are the
what it
exceptions.
goes
So
The thing with
Audi, we're not talking
cannibalism,
about you
right?
here, Audi.
I see.
Cannibalism is bad because it like gives you like this. I don't know the name, but it gives you like this weird parasite in your brain if you eat other humans that like fucks you up. I forgot the name of it. I was reading about it.
Oddly good amount of
There
information
are
you got
people
there.
who have done it.
That sounds like something someone would tell you so that you wouldn't eat a man. And they just lie to you like, yes,
No, 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 there is
it will
actually-
affect
there are
your
people-
brain.
No, it actually happens to people in like New Guinea, like Papua New Guinea. The people over there are lots of cannibals there, and they actually have this parasite like in their
I
brain.
see.
What
I
if they
forgot what
cook
it's
it?
called.
Yeah, what if they cook it?
If they cook it, it
I'm
shouldn't be
guessing
too
they
bad,
cook
right?
it. Yeah.
No, but like they probably like go straight, like pick it right up and just eat it straight up, like no fire, nothing. Like, but what if we like at least roast it over a fire?
I was reading about it. Like it did happen in Papua New Guinea only. Like the people over there had this parasite in their brain or something.
Or did they like just pick one person up from there and like, yeah, you know what, testing, that's fine.
Yeah, they had trouble walking. They would lose control over their limbs. They had emotions. They had lose control
They
over
had
their emotions.
yes.
Lose control over their emotions. People called it the laughing death. Apparently, it's called Kuru, but I don't know. I don't think
The
it's Kuru. I'm
laughing
still
death.
looking
What?
for it.
So there is an actual incident in history where
Yeah, it's Kuru disease. Apparently,
people apparently died of laughing too much. There was they had like a bout of laughing which lasted for like months on end, and some of them actually died from it because they were that exhausted by the end of it. I don't know where this happened, but this is supposed to be like a similar thing. Was like dancing as well, where they just danced for months on end and they just died because of
How
it.
do you dance for months on end?
I have no idea.
It's not
It's
possible.
a real chapter in history by the looks of it.
I remember
It's not
it.
possible. You die of dehydration much sooner than a month.
I imagine they
Especially
like
if you're
throw jugs
dancing.
of water while they are dancing. It just
Oh,
like,
yes.
it just goes,
Yes.
it just
So,
You
goes
know,
to
when
them.
somebody is in a full dance, they can drink water. That's not a problem.
Sure, why not?
I'd like
Yeah,
to see
I
you do
found
that. I will live stream that next time.
I will manage it one way or the other.
You will
So,
not.
it's called prion disease, prion, Prion. So prions are infectious proteins that you usually get from like animal meat and stuff. And the prion you get from eating humans is the one that causes Kuru disease. That's very fucking fatal.
I see.
What I heard about, yeah, that cannibals usually have.
I'm really, really worried that Sid knows this randomly. It's just really
Concerning
concerning.
amount
Yeah.
of yes.
Yeah,
It's just very concerning.
I just
all we
remember
know that he went to another country and starved over there. We don't know what he ate, so this might be the answer to it all.
I'm
I
still
think-
alive, so I'm not sure if I
You're
have
probably
it or
one
not.
of the lucky ones. Or a doctor took pity on you, like, I'll save you, fucking cannibal.
I don't think that's incurable.
You don't think it's curable, or you don't think
I
it's
don't think
incurable?
it's curable. Sorry,
Incurable.
my bad.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, but so
I don't have any interest in human meat
Yes.
actually.
also random
Yeah,
Otaku
neither
says
do I.
humans can eat humans, but the police force will kill you. Yeah, I guess the cops. I mean, you. I don't know.
Yeah, it is illegal to eat other
It's
Yes.
humans.
illegal, but
Man.
what is the price you pay for it? Is it like, what if
I
you
think
got
jail for
why
life,
can't
right?
why can't
basically.
you
Yeah, most
eat
cannibals just like jail. Yeah, I think.
why can't you eat a dead human being? If you can eat any animal that it dies on the road, why can't you eat a dead human being?
They don't eat their own species. I'm guessing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Most people do. Not most people. There are people who do it like in parts of the world, right?
Okay,
But most
listen,
people
I
don't.
dare you to go to a random island with Audie and live there for more than a week when he doesn't have food. He will eat you so fast,
Audi
it's
will
not
eat
even
me.
funny.
I wouldn't eat Audi because that's fucking
I
disgusting.
don't
But Audi
trust
would
you
eat
either.
me.
I wouldn't either.
Just the thought of biting into Audi is trying to making me puke right now.
You can cook Audie, that's not a problem. You can cook him.
I don't
Enough
even
fat
want
to
to
roast.
cook him.
Okay, Andra Butaku says because humans are their own species. Yeah, but that's the thing though. What is morally acceptable when humans are one species and
Well,
what is not when it's
Wait,
another
this
species?
is a question, or
Where
are
is
you
the-
describing the manga?
Yeah.
I'm
It's
talking
another
about what the
question.
manga says in
Okay,
this
okay.
thing.
Okay,
And
so it's like
it's also a question now because you guys are answering shit anyway, but I would appreciate it
See-
if somebody didn't interrupt me during the question.
see, it's
And
like
he still continues to
we-
interrupt me. Yes, go on.
no, I'm
Continue,
answering
Audi.
your question. It's like
Sorry, continue.
we
I didn't
have the
finish my
power to
question,
make that
Paige.
decision in the end.
Uh-huh.
So
Superior
we
race
just
and whatnot, apparently.
huh?
What?
Superior species and whatnot.
Yes,
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
we
Yeah,
can choose. We have the power to we have the brain power to actually make that decision. Like yes, we don't want to eat other people, so we shall not. And we shall make a government or a ruling system that enforces it as such. So
Okay, 1 second. I think Random Otaku is going to say something really terrible because he started with listen, many things aren't morally acceptable, but we still do it. I'm sorry, like what? Might I just ask what?
we might have a cannibal on our chat.
Like, I don't know, doing this podcast.
I think doing this podcast and cannibalism are kind of leagues apart, don't you think?
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I could see a case for
just
it, I
saying
guess.
random shit.
Yes.
Yes.
No, but that's so that's the thing. Even that is addressed in the manga. I don't know if Audie realizes it, but I mean remembers it. I don't know why I said realizes. But they also talk about human arrogance and how that is the only reason we justify it. So it's actually mentioned that the same point, which is we are the superior species and so on, and other characters just call it out as human arrogance. There is no actual reason that morally it's acceptable to eat other living beings which have the same reaction to
doesn't
pain that we
matter
do.
if it's morally acceptable or not in the end. Like,
And isn't that a reason in and of
One
itself
cares.
that we just
Yeah.
we are arrogant enough to make that
you want
choice
to
and we're
eat,
like
so you
fuck it, we
eat
just
it.
made the
It's like,
choice.
ooh, I'm hungry, I eat it. Like
Most-
basically, meat is an instant form of energy, right? Like plants, like they're not an instant form of energy. They take time. They break
What
down and give us
situation do
energy.
we have in life that requires
No,
an
I'm
instant
saying
source of energy?
no. I'm just telling you like how it works, like why they used to have it. So, like basically, we eat plants, animals eat plants, and some people are like, "Yeah, I'll eat that animal that ate that plant," and that's how it's done. And nowadays it's like people it's part of human nutrition, I guess most people rely on meat. There are some people
That's
who
a
only
very,
eat meat.
very common.
I
I know
practice.
some people who used to only eat meat and nothing
Audi.
else. Yeah, so it's quite common. Mhm.
Okay, one second.
Not
Random
quite, but
Otaku
no.
is going on. Random Otaku is like ticking off all the arguments for like the most most replied messages for anyone who's asking this question. But why do tigers eat other animals? Because they are hardwired that way. Eagles consume meat because they are hardwired that way. Plants are also life, yes, but plants don't have a pain system. They don't have a proper nervous system that recognizes pain.
Apparently, they do have a pulse.
don't-
They do have that.
They don't
There
have a
was
reaction
some-
to
there was some
pain the
weird
way humans
test.
and other things do. That's
There
the
was
point.
a test that they did that apparently like got a spike in their graph, if you will, because like they do like a
I
pain
did
test on
hear
a
about
plant,
that. Yeah.
and
Yeah,
they
but
use a
that's the
scissors
thing.
to cut a leaf, and it registered as pain
Yes,
for the
so
plant.
when you cut a plant, it acts as a stimulus, but the plant doesn't feel pain. It has a reaction to the stimulus, but it's been shown that there is no pain that the plant feels. While
Maybe.
other animals,
Yeah, I
feel
think
no-
it's like,
again
it's
with
an
your
instant
maybe,
this
God
thing.
damn it. Yes.
Random
Carry
Otaku,
on.
these fucking vegans, I tell you.
No, I'm like
We are kidding. We're just kidding.
it's basically that you can see an animal suffering, even if, okay, let's assume that we don't know how plants react. Okay, maybe one day we'll realize that plants are also screaming out in pain. But
But
so
we
far,
still keep eating them.
yeah, I'm not
pretty much.
arguing about that. Like you know, at the end of the day, I'm going to be like, go eat whatever the fuck you want. I don't care.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just we're just having conversations and giving our opinions. That's
Yeah,
fine.
so
Yeah.
Audi is like very confused about something. I don't know what, but yeah.
I clicked
After
on
this,
yes,
Audi
that
is still gonna go, or after this, no matter what happens, Audi is still gonna go pop, some raw
piece
chicken
of
in
raw
his
chicken in
mouth.
his mouth. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yes, of course.
Audi loves
Of
his
course.
chicken sashimi. We all know
Mhm,
that.
mhm.
Of course, not chicken sashimi, just chicken.
Surprisingly, Audi, like Bruce, the one who doesn't eat meat, but he can cook meat better than you.
That's
Yes,
because a newborn baby can cook meat better than Audi.
Well,
Okay, yeah, but the whole question is like, you can see an animal like suffering while something is happening to it. Like if you kick it or if it hits something, then there's going to be a clear reaction of pain and suffering.
Yeah.
So that's where the question of morality comes in. Also, Random Otaku says, but plants are still life. Yes, again, there is no cruelty involved in farming plants, while there is cruelty involved in farming animals. Then if we can't see the animal suffering, then it is fine. I'm glad you brought that up because that's exactly how most people are fine with meat if you're not aware of that. So it turns out that most people who eat meat have zero idea on what kind of conditions it comes from.
Yeah, definitely.
And there are people who are hardcore meat eaters who have gone away from eating meat because they went to a slaughterhouse and actually saw what was happening for the first time in their life. And that is very, that is a little.
There are also
concerning
people who
for
know
me.
that, like who know what happens, and they like hunt and like eat their own meat because they still want to do it.
Because
in
they
their own,
want
like,
to do,
way.
they want to make sure
Yeah.
they do everything. They are involved in every
Exactly.
step of the process, giving respect to the animals and so
Like
on.
there are some they in a lot of places in the world they do like population control to like maintain the
Yeah,
food
yeah.
chain and whatnot. And the
Mm.
extra ones, they're just like these hunters come and like kill them and eat them. Like so, there
Yeah,
are
but
people who also
that also
don't do
raises
the-
another moral question of, do we really have the authority to come in and do population control when we are the
No,
ones
no
who
one.
need population
Yeah, we are
control?
the ones who need population control,
Yeah.
but
Hmm.
we are humans, so then like we don't really care about anyone else but ourselves, apparently.
That's true.
So,
Yes. But yeah, so it was very interesting to find out that
Yeah.
people legitimately would stop eating one of their favorite things in the world once they saw how it was actually done.
Mhm.
And that was an eye-opening experience for me reading through all this stuff, because I was like, hold on. So you know you're eating like a chicken or a goat or a pig or something like that. You know that's what it is. You know all the cuts, you know how to cook it, but you don't know how it goes from being an animal to meat. That it
Yeah.
just seems so weird to me.
Dude, I just remember this story when he said chicken. I have a friend, okay, and when she was a kid, she had a pet chicken. Like sometimes they get like small chicks, right? So she had a pet chick, and of course, if you have something as a pet, you'll develop this emotional connection towards it.
Yeah.
And even now, because she had a pet chick, she doesn't eat any chicken, but she eats all other kinds of meat.
What?
Yeah,
See, I don't see the logic there at all. Also,
it's
okay.
understandable.
It makes sense, yeah.
Yeah,
If
it
you
makes
grow a
sense.
connection with one animal,
Yeah.
you can develop that connection onto the others,
Yeah.
other animals of the same kind. But then if you sort of like force yourself out of it, then yeah, sure, you can still have a chicken pet and eat chicken if you want.
Yeah, okay. Random Otaka says, listen, I saw many cows die this Eid. I also felt like, what am I seeing and eating? But then I was fine when I ate it because it is good. I have seen cows die
Which
from
is
when I
what
was
they-
5. So that's the thing.
We have also seen lots of animals die here.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
like we
pretty
haven't
much.
seen animals die. It's
Yeah.
that have you seen the entire process? Actually, more than the problem of seeing an animal being butchered in front of you, for you, have you seen factory farming problems? That is the question I would like to throw out.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, because like irrespective of how much you love meat, I'm telling you, I don't think anyone is okay with factory farming the meat, but it is a necessary evil in to keep up the demand, to meet the demand for meat, basically. So
in this
I think
manga
that's
they
what
do a very like a sort of like it's like the best conditions for the animals in this manga, and in reality like most factories take great liberties with giving the same comfort that these guys give to animals. They just keep them in like very tight corners and just make sure that they don't give them enough food, and more often than not quality for feeding the animals and helping them grow in order to sell them as meat is never really done that way. So it's mostly related to as like torture for the animals, if you will.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't think people realize how much torture there actually is, because even methods that are supposed to be humane while killing animals, like I don't understand the word
I was just
humane
gonna
over
say
there.
that. It's for
Right.
like they say it's like that's what I was gonna say, like even like if even if you talk about like killing and stuff from like someone who does eat meat, right? Like
Yeah.
me. Yeah, they say factory farming is bad, and then they say it's ethically sourced and humane and all that shit, but you're still killing it in the end. So if your argument is,
Yeah, if it's
like
ethical-
torture them less before killing them, then,
it makes no
might as well
sense,
keep
right?
doing what you're doing, right? Doesn't fucking make sense.
Yeah.
You're wasting more money, but you're doing the same thing, killing it in the end.
Mm.
Like you wanted to lead a
Happy life, free life.
Yes,
so
pretty
you
much.
kill it. Yeah.
And more often than not people don't like the most biggest case that is
Yeah.
made is that people want meat eaters to switch to vegan alternatives that do resemble meat in taste, texture,
That
and
fucking
flavor.
Impossible Burger tastes real good.
And
Trust
yeah,
me, that
see, that's the
actually
thing.
tastes like
I've
good.
not tasted
I
it, but
really
many
liked it.
people,
Yeah.
like everyone I've heard it from, say that
So
yeah, it does
good.
taste really good. So I'm
I
assuming that it
actually
does cover
believed
all.
it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if it ticks all the boxes, that's great. But the one big problem with it is the price tag. It's extremely pricey for the amount of for the
Yeah, of course.
for the
That's going
same
to take a
amount of
long
this thing.
time for the whole thing to become mainstream.
So like the switch to meat alternatives is not going to happen anytime soon. Even lab grown meat, some people are averse to it because again, it's still meat. And if you have to go like full vegan meat alternatives, then yeah, sure, people will go to it. But then
No, there's also
price
the
has
whole
to
option of
mainly come
lab grown meat, which is coming up. Also, 1 second, Adi. Randa Watako says factory farming is bad. Factory farming needs to take out the animals. It is more humane than factory farming because they take care of the cow and kill it peacefully. So here's the thing. It doesn't matter which animal it is, I think. It doesn't matter if it's a cow or a goat or a giraffe or a lion or something. I don't know. It doesn't really matter what animal it is.
Giraffe.
So that's the first thing. And the second thing is that's what we're saying. If we are saying kill it peacefully, that's the point we were making earlier. What is killing something peacefully? How do you put kill and peaceful in the same line? So if you now I know a lot of people are like very against this thought process in general, comparing animals to humans. But if you remember, if any of you have learnt about the British rule of India, Indians were considered to be dogs by the British. We were on the same level as dogs. In fact, in many places, we were even worse than the dogs. So it just feels weird. Like, if we have been compared to something and we felt bad, like, shouldn't we be showing more compassion to animals around us? That is what I'm. Okay, wait, hold on. The animal needs to be taken care of. They kill it in the least painful way and the quickest way. Yeah, but that's the thing. I don't care if you're taking care of the animal properly, if you're going to be killing it at the end, right? Like, what's the point of saying you're being humane about it when you're still doing the killing? It's kind of like just me saying, yeah, you know what, you're a really good friend, but I need your liver and I'm going to get it one way or the other.
At the end
I'm
of the
gonna
day, it
go out,
boils.
treat you to a nice dinner.
Yes, I'll give you a nice dinner. Your liver can process some alcohol right at the end, and then it's all out, boy. It's all out.
See, at the end of the day, it boils
Yeah, but
down
see
to
again,
human
like
arrogance.
talking not related to anything that people do, even in a more like open view way. Looking at humanity from outside humanity, basically, just talking about that way, how
course.
they behave. Yeah, we're talking from that perspective. Like in that way, yeah, we do it for ourselves.
Yeah, of course.
We're doing it for ourselves. That's
Yeah.
it. That's the end.
It's just really stupid when people try to justify it with things that clearly are not why you're eating meat in the first place. Like I've had so many people who come to me and be like, I need it for the nutrition. I'm like, no, you can eat 100 different things for nutrition. You can literally live off anything you want for nutrition and still get to do whatever you want. Like there are enough examples of athletes and bodybuilders who have actually managed it without meat. And I've had people say, if all animal suffering will end when I stop eating meat, I will stop eating meat. Like, what the fuck logic is that? Like, excuse me, the entire world is just supposed to suddenly not do anything to animals anywhere because you want to stop eating meat. I think that's the most idiotic shit I've ever heard. Like, I actually had a guy say that, and then later on he was like, okay, yeah, I stopped eating meat because I felt really bad. I have this dog which I had adopted, one leg missing. I felt really bad after I couldn't eat animals anymore. I'm like, thank you. What did you mean before by I will stop eating meat if animal cruelty goes away from the world? Like, that was such a dumbass reason. At least just say what you're going to eat the meat for.
I mean,
Yeah, see, that's why
anything we do as
say
humans
that.
at the end of the day is all boiled down to like human arrogance. Like not even like meat eating, like anything we do, like taking over land, like
Even
making
taking over
inventions.
land. Yeah,
Everything
like, we want
boils
house
down to
here.
we want to
that
build
shit.
house over there. We want to do things over there. We don't have enough space over here, so we should take your land because fuck you. It just comes down to that. Even we fucked over other humans in the past. Animals are like trivial by this point.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Why is it
fucking
considered
up
that
our
an
whole
animal
earth.
is?
Yeah.
1 second. Okay, Randavataku is like getting really offended, so Randavataku chill a little. The animal is a living thing.
just
Even if we are
killing.
superior, we still have the intelligence that we can know what pain is. Exactly. Thank you for making a point in my favor, because when you know what pain is, you should be the type of species that does not propagate it towards every other species in the world. Also, again, animals also eat meat. They kill other animals without any concern. But we know, we are intelligent. That's the whole point. We know what pain feels like. We have empathy. We are not completely apathetic to
process
everything.
pain and sort of transmit said pain in our own format, if you will, to other people.
Yeah, but
yes,
we can't. Animals can't do that. They just live with that pain. And
not everyone, like a lot of people aren't empathetic towards animals.
Yeah, but the argument that animals eat meat is weird, because you
like, I'm not empathetic
call
towards like
yourself superior.
If you tell me,
Yeah, like you call yourself superior, but then you're saying you're just like an animal that you just have to control. You can't control yourself when there is meat ahead of you. Is that what you're saying? Like you can't actually like control yourself because animals eat meat, so you are also an animal? Because that makes no sense. Either call yourself superior or say you're the same.
Yeah, it's kind of contradicting yourself at that point.
Yeah, and
man, your camera is fucking out of whack.
Yeah, my camera is like
every 5 seconds I'm looking. It's like
I also don't like the people who stop animals from eating other animals. I saw this thing of like the eagle caught a cat and they were hitting the eagle. Like, why? Like, just let it fucking.
I think it was like probably their cat. I don't know. Like maybe
no, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just a cat.
I think
like
it's
a
just
jungle cat.
If they see it in front of them, that's a problem.
So there they are like reacting, even though that's like natural, selection happening over there. The eagle is catching the cat and eating it.
It's fine if you want to defend the animal. That's like.
Again, no, but why?
Is it really fine?
Why are you doing that?
No, like other animals do that. Like they're like zebras and other like prey. They move in herds. They take their own measures to kind of protect their young.
Different. The predator. Yeah.
Is it like
the young is different than a
like human intervention is still considered like it still doesn't make sense at the end of the day, because we also make the choice of wanting to eat animals, but then it goes both ways. We can either choose to protect an animal that we want.
Your baby, I would understand.
Why not? Like again,
yes, I'm just imagining that now.
It just boils down to the choice at the end of the day. Like if we want to defend the animal from like being taken away by the eagle, sure, why not?
No, but that's the thing. Why is it okay behind closed doors, but it's not okay in front of your eyes? What is the problem with something happening in front of your eyes that you just why is my camera zooming in on its own? Hello?
Yeah, your
Yeah,
droid
that's
cam
too
is going
close
all
to
over the
go.
place.
See,
Nice
in the
angle.
end, people
There you
still
go.
like see. Yeah, mostly people are not like I have seen all those like videos of like factory farms and seen all that shit, and I'm still like cool with it. You
Mm.
know,
Yeah,
Same.
everyone knows
it's not made
you're a
me.
robot and you're dead
And
inside. That's
yeah,
okay.
I'm a robot basically. But
Yeah.
yeah, the people who don't know about it also, and like the argument Brew was making earlier, yeah, that is the question. You know, like if you've seen it and you aren't cool with it, how you cool with it when it's this thing? Yeah,
Okay,
when it's
so
processed, I guess.
Random Otaku says humans are still animals. We are superior. Other animals are superior to other animals, and that's how the animal kingdom works. But we are not a part of the animal kingdom anymore. And my camera is zoomed in again.
Yeah, I think this point calling us as a part of the animal kingdom doesn't really make sense because we've kind of distanced ourselves from the animal
Yes, we
kingdom.
are
Like we're no
very,
longer
very different.
animals anymore. We're like
Yeah.
super intelligent beings in comparison to them.
Yeah,
We're basically
Yeah,
gods that are able to take
and we are
rocks and
not
make shit
part
out
of the
it.
food chain in the way other
Yeah.
animals are to in perspective
Yeah,
to
like
other animals.
cockroaches, I would
Monkeys.
say. We're like
Yeah.
cockroaches.
Yeah,
You can't get rid
never
of us. There's
resilient,
too
yeah.
many
We're
of
just
us
going to be
fucking
here for
everything up.
fucking ever, dude.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
Resilient and ever multiplying, but
But unlike them, we won't survive nuclear blasts.
pretty much.
You know what?
Yes.
There's going to be
They
some
will find a way.
nuke ready human being born somewhere.
Yes,
like a
yes.
nuke falls directly on them
Yes,
and they just
yes.
live through it. But yeah, also,
Fallout.
Unless we
comes
like
into play.
fall into a refrigerator or something. I
yeah,
guess.
then we're dead.
Yes,
And
yes.
Random Otaku says it is okay in front of my eyes too. Okay, but why though? Like, that's my question. What is differentiating a moral approach to taking a life of an animal or even an insect for that matter versus taking the life of another human being? Are you saying, I'm just asking, are you saying the only reason you aren't killing and eating humans is because it's against the law to do so? And if it wasn't, you would immediately start doing it? Because that again makes no sense to me. So are you saying like if the cops allowed me and they would let me be, I would come and eat you right now? Okay, that sounds sexual for some reason, but you know what I mean.
Brew reminds me of that newscaster that gets memed every single time. The
Hey,
guy who
fuck
keeps
you.
raising his voice.
Look at this fucking green t-shirt wearing vegan ass boy preaching his shit.
Oh my god.
Like
Yeah,
he
just fucking
executed that
around.
last
Yeah.
point with just so much
Like, this
confidence.
neat mother.
This shouldn't be done.
Okay, Random Otaku says, no, I
I'm
won't.
kidding,
But why
I'm
not?
kidding.
You can overpower any human you want and eat them. What is the difference? I'm just asking what the moral difference is when it comes to one life versus another. How it's like that whole trolley problem, whichever asshole created the trolley problem. Like I blame that guy for this because I can only think
I can
about that.
decide if I see the trolley
Multi-track
problem.
drifting.
See,
I can
Kill both
decide.
parties.
yeah, see, both of
I
you
can
are
always
fucking
make a
useless for
decision.
this conversation.
I can always make a decision in the trolley problem. I've never had an issue.
But jump in
Random
yourself.
Otaku says it is bad for me. I have the intelligence to know that it is not good. No, actually, you don't know that. It's actually been it's just like something that's been put into your head from when you were a kid. Like you don't eat other humans. That's all it is. Nobody has ever told you, you know what, if you eat another human, you'll die. Nobody said that. They just said you'll be arrested.
That doesn't mean the cannibals of this world are passionate enough to, go past that extra step and they're like, yes, eating human meat is cool.
So here's my
Many
question.
cannibals I've read, they just wanted to try, like the ones
Yeah,
who
they're-
like were from cities actually, not like
Yeah.
the ones who live in villages and jungles and stuff.
That
The
one
ones who
guy
were
in
from
Japan was like,
the Japanese guy. He went we went to Europe and he just wanted to try like eating. So he did it.
he found
apparently.
random people on Craigslist, I think was it, and he just talked to them and he's like, yeah,
No, he saw this girl or he met this girl right at his university or something, and he just felt like eating her, so he ate her, some shit like that. Yeah.
I don't think he
one
killed her.
second, I'm sorry, I need to interrupt because Random Otaku said, in reply to me asking why not go eat, you didn't know that you couldn't eat a human. He says, I know germs exist. Do you have any idea how many germs are there on an egg, let alone an actual chicken or a pig or anything? I would say humans are cleaner than other animals when it comes to germs like that, What you're saying?
Yeah,
humans supposed to be like a factory for creating this thing every now and then.
And do you think animals aren't?
Animals are obviously, but then in comparison, like humans
the
have
whole situation
supposed to have unique
right
bacteria in
now is
their
because of that
navel.
whole
Like, what the
problem,
hell?
We boil the egg. Okay.
A lot of people eat it raw, including
one
like
second. We have one person called Pimpus Maximus who's saying Indians talking about cannibalism. Just what I was hoping for. Damn
Oh,
it,
boy.
Arpan, why you freeze? I'm sorry for this thing. You can come to our YouTube stream if you want. Okay,
Hey,
we
see.
boiled the egg. You can boil the human.
A lot of people have it raw. Yeah, also.
Impus Max was fucking.
I won't eat the human because it probably. You don't know though. You have no idea. You have just given up the idea without ever thinking about it. You're just coming up with random excuses right now.
Who is attempting to philosophically open random otakus? It's bro, just fucking let
Or
it go.
convert
Just
him to
chill fucking
cannibalism
out.
by the sound
Chill
effect.
out. Just fucking end
My
this
God.
shit.
No, I'm seriously just trying to figure out what is the moral explanation for it, because this manga
And
got
what
me
will your
thinking.
There
answer
is
be
no
after you?
moral
Like, why are you
explanation
questioning
for it.
random? Like, what do you get out of it? Just
See,
let
there
it
is
go.
no logical moral
No, I'm just
explanation for
asking
it. At the end
questions.
of the day, he's also going to come down to the conclusion that it's our choice at the
He
end
has
of the day.
his own reasonings for it, which he has told you have your own reasonings for it.
Yeah, I'm not trying to
And
convince
it.
him to stop eating meat. I'm just asking what's wrong with
No,
human.
I know, but you're asking him too many questions, and I'm just sitting here and getting bored. That's why I'm trying to stop.
Rafaq, you can
Sorry.
answer too.
No, I
Ultimate
have
Reddit
answered. I don't
boss.
care about. You
I
ask me
watched
questions.
Vsauce.
And
He has big brain. He made a video of cannibals.
see, all the
Ultim-
questions you're asking him are like pointless to ask me.
He's basically become like Ooga Booga at this point.
Ultimate Reddit boss on Reddit says, who would win in a fight, Ganesh or
Yes,
Zeus?
why don't I want
Okay,
Man,
to?
what
you're
is your
running
obsession with Ganesh?
really
Yeah.
running with the god thing over here. Huh?
Oh my
Hey,
God,
the
yeah.
Indians, Ganesh. That's how they're like, hey, all Indians, no Ganesh.
Yeah,
so
he's
Indians,
also he's
Ganesh.
also an Indian. He's not being racist. He's just an Indian as well, or she's just
Oh.
an Indian as well, whatever. But yeah,
Or
No, it-
they are
it's-
just
it's
an
also-
Indian as well.
yeah, I should have just said that. I don't know why, but yeah.
Yeah.
I actually I wasn't even thinking about it from this whole veganism, vegetarian point of view. I was thinking about it from a Buddhism
I know,
point of
just
view,
fucking with
because
you.
there's a guy who looks like Buddha in the manga.
Nakajiva.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah, you were
actually
telling
looks
me.
like a freaking. He actually looks like the
He
freaking
is
Buddha.
the Buddha. He is basically the Buddha. He has the long ears, the thingy on his forehead, and he has the slit eyes, and he just has that peaceful look on him.
Oh,
all
that's
all
racist,
time.
Toddy.
Why he
That's slit eyes. Okay, anyway.
How do you be
Oh my
alive?
god.
How do you be alive? How do you be alive?
Well, whatever. Carry on.
But yeah, so basically, I was like, I was thinking every time I see his freaking face, he's like eating something or killing an animal or making cheese or something like that. I'm like, would the Buddha have really approved of this? Isn't the whole religion supposed to be about peace and coexisting, except for some sects of Buddhism which accept meat and eat it if somebody
But
gives
is
it
he
to them,
Buddhist?
right? He is
He
basically
probably-
called Buddha, so I don't know.
That's just
But-
because of how he looks, right?
no, I'm not saying
No,
he's.
his
I'm
general
I'm
demeanor
saying
is supposed
because
to
he
be
was-
like that of one.
Yeah, because he was hinted to be the Buddha. I was thinking of Buddhism, not that
Oh,
he's a
okay,
Buddhist.
okay, I see.
He just goes around like dropping like nuggets of wisdom every now and then. Is like, yes.
Okay. Last time, I'm just going to quickly. Random Otaku says, "Why do we always have to be morally correct? Because we are smarter." So I'm not sure. I'm not sure why you.
Correct all the time.
No,
What?
listen. Humans have to be morally correct. That's the only thing we're good at. Otherwise, we suck at everything. So we have the power
No,
to
we
be
also suck
morally
at
correct.
being morally correct. Don't worry.
Yeah, but we can always be better at it. Like Sid sucks as animating, but he's always getting better at it. Damn, I thought he
Apparently.
would say something. For the first time in my life, I said Sid sucks at
No,
animating.
sorry. Actually, I zoned out.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I didn't pay attention. Yes, sorry. My bad. That
Yes.
happens a lot. It's common. What
If
did you
we
say?
were carnivores and dumber, would it be fine? If we had no ability to think, yes, it would be fine. Then you're just giving into primitive urges
Primal
and you're just
instinct.
doing random shit. Yeah, primal instinct. You don't have a brain that is actually thinking and doing things. You're just basically being an animal. But that's the point I was making. You're not just an animal. But anyway, yeah, this manga was just very interesting, dude. I don't know what point it was trying to lean towards it either.
I don't
Anywhere
think
in
it
the
was
story.
leading towards a point. I think it just wanted to address the whole morality thing and kind of leave it at
Yeah,
that.
but there's so
and
many
it
places
is just
where
showing.
both sides are just talked about.
Yeah, I mean, it does do that, right? I mean, they talk about both ends and they just kind of put it out there, like, like, what do you think about it? And they just show his life going around him talking to Aki Mikage and just them leading life as school children going into college. That's all.
Yeah.
I don't think there's like a big focal point to it as such. I think if you
There
had to look at it,
was a big focal point at it.
like
That is
they
the
do
part.
discuss it a lot, yes, but then there were a lot of other aspects to the manga as well. So yes, it does bring up a good point of discussion, but then there is no set this thing that you look towards outside if you are, unless you're really into the whole dynamic that Mikage and Hachi can have.
Yeah, no. But one last thing is like one thing they kept stressing in the manga was that it seems like all the people who are owning these farms and who are owning these giant factories all are make it a point to make sure they're like emotionally distant from the animal before they do anything, because from birth till death they make sure that it's like, no, it's just an animal, don't name it, don't go close to it, don't let anything affect you. It's just so weird, man. It's like you're trying to like you ask out this girl and she rejects you and you're just like, no, I don't like her, I'm going to go away that way, I'm not going to think about her, she means nothing to me.
There was this YouTube channel recently that came out. Okay, so it basically just did an experiment to test this morality thing. So this Japanese guy, I think Japanese, he made this channel called Raising a Pig and Eating It After 100 Days.
I see. And that has more views
every
than us,
day-
I'm pretty sure.
Tons, it's very popular. So every day he used to make a video like playing with the pig, take it on a walk, all that shit. He's also cooked like bacon in front of the pig and that shit like that. And the last day, the 100th day, he's like, okay, I'm gonna send it and get back meat. So he like sends it to the, slaughterhouse and gets back meat and cooks it and eats it. And people went fucking crazy with the
Why?
aggression towards him. Like, what the fuck you're doing? How dare you do this? You raise the poor guy. Because the people watching formed that emotional connection with the pig.
My God.
And later he said, if you look at the video at the bottom in Japanese, it was written that this is fiction.
My God. So he just baited the hell out of everyone?
He baited the shit out of everyone. He made them try to understand. For 100 days, I build this connection with this animal with you, and then I tell you I'm going to kill it. Like, the channel is actually called Eating a Pig After Raising It for 100 days.
My God.
see.
that is
And he
the-
fucked with people. Dude, they were so pissed. It was fucking crazy. The internet was fucking pissed at that shit.
My God. Well, again, makes sense. So basically, you're just like, you just don't want to see it happen. And it shouldn't
they just
happen
don't wanna
to
see it
something you know. It can happen to something you
Exactly.
don't know. That's fine. But it has to be something
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
fine.
Pretty much.
I mean, this shouldn't be something you know. Sorry. Then, okay, we can shut down.
Ignorance
now.
is
Bliss.
ignorance is bliss in that
Yeah.
Pretty much.
regard.
Also, past humans ate animals. They didn't have morals.
I see. Past humans didn't
Past
really
humans
have a
found animals
choice.
too,
They
right?
could grow wheat as well, but then food shortage was a big
And
problem
agriculture
in
came
most.
after the hunter.
Yeah, agriculture. Yeah, hunter gatherers had to kind of rely on either picking berries
Okay,
or
listen. So,
hunting sheep.
Randa Bataka, I'm not here to argue with you, okay? I'm not here to tell you that humans shouldn't eat animals or they should eat animals
you
or
can eat
whatever.
what you want.
Yeah, and you can do whatever you want. All I'm going to ask is that you think about this in a slightly different way. Not because I want to change your mind, but because literally all your points have been about how humans are animals without any control, which is a very dangerous path to go down in multiple aspects of life. So just think about it as smart humans doing the same thing. But I'm really going to be curious if one day we will look back, not us, it'll be way past our generation. When lab meat is like perfect and everyone just uses lab meat and there's like actually no animal ever butchered again. And people just look back at this time and be like, did you know they used to kill animals at this time just to eat?
No.
Ew.
That'll be a very
You
interesting.
don't know
thing.
humans. You know what will happen? Lab meat will be on the way, but yo, I got the real deal.
Oh
The
my
real
God.
animal taste exquisite. You're like,
It'll be
damn, I'll say,
exotic
give me
meats,
that
yes.
shit. Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's what's gonna
So
happen, dude. You
it'd
don't
be
know
like black
humans.
market drugs.
Like now, how we
Yeah.
are having like broiler fed chickens, they'll be in the distant future. Like, I have a broiler fed chicken. It's not that lab grown shit. It's the real
Hey, but
fucking
okay,
deal over here.
okay. Honest opinion. Okay, if the world goes the way it's going right now, do you really think there's going to be any other animals except humans living in bubbles around the earth because of environmental destruction?
Not really. I think
don't-
animals
well,
animals will most likely adapt to the situation. But if
wait, how many years is this?
environment,
Oh,
Say
yeah, that is
100
also-
years. So
I'll be dead. I don't care.
no, that's what I'm saying. Just imagine the future. What kind of a future? Like, so imagine a cyberpunk world. Have you ever seen animals being herded in a cyberpunk world?
Look at this guy.
Oh my God, seriously?
Yeah, I have.
Spiked.
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
So how do they? What kind of a world are they imagining
So-
where this?
So I haven't finished the book. Like, I'm not even talking about the herding thing, but another interesting. So So have you? I started reading it. Do you do? What's the book called? The Electric Sheep one, dude. What's it called? Shit! I just started reading
Counting
it.
Electric Sheep. Yeah, I remember what this is.
No, not counting. Do androids dream of electric sheep?
Oh,
to
yeah,
the
yeah.
kid? Like, they're reading that shit, and it's based in like this crazy cyberpunk world. Okay,
Mhm.
where you have a dial, like you have this machine, you have a dial. I'm in the beginning of the book still. You dial in a number, and that like puts in an emotion of how you're feeling or how you want to feel. So there are
Okay.
these people who are talking like, this situation, like sadness would be perfect for the situation. And say type the number and they feel sadness. Like, oh, I
Why
don't
would
like this.
anyone
And
want to
maybe I'll
feel
type
sad,
the
though?
number for depression and I feel depression.
Why would anyone want to
And
be
then
depressed?
they just bang and we're like, I think we feel number 268 after banging. That will feel good, and they type that shit. So that's like they've gone to that point of cyberpunk. And this guy, he basically has an electric sheep, like a cyberpunk animal itself, where he replaces the parts to make it produce products better. Like the other guy has an electric horse and cows, like where you buy and put additions in them to make them produce their milk or meat or whatever you want from them faster. And it's like this super futuristic, like crazy world, and it's very interesting so far. Yeah,
Never
he's like
thought
my
of it
sheep.
like
This
that.
guy basically, this guy is poor. This guy is poor, so his sheep has like the shitty hardware, like the shitty parts. So he can't afford like
He has the trash milk.
he can't afford the
high quality
3090.
add-on.
He can't afford the 3090 add-on
I
of the
see.
shit to get high quality wool. He has
My
like the
God.
I
shitty
see.
one. He has like the 960. So he's like,
Oh my
so the
God.
other guy was like fancier. He's like, so he's like, yeah, can you give me some cool parts? He's like, fuck no, look at your shitty fucking sheep. They basically treat animals like technology that can be upgraded.
My God.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
No, but I'm really curious because the reason I brought this up was because I think it was, I forgot which organization, but basically some organization that helps animals, which said that did a study and found out that by 2050 we could actually not have fish in the oceans anymore. Like it could actually go down to the point where they're just like over farmed and there are too many oil spills for all the surface fish, basically not the real deep sea ones, the ones which are more towards the surface, where all of them could be extinct. And I'm just
That is
wondering,
impossible.
like,
There are
will we
lots in
actually
danger
be
already.
living in bubbles? Each
Dude,
settlement having like a couple of lakhs of
Like
people.
their own biosphere of sort
Dude,
that
not
sort of
even-
controls oxygen flow and whatnot.
the thing
Yeah.
about the fish is not
A
even
complete
that they
bubble.
won't be there.
Yeah.
Also, like they were saying, because of the amount of like microplastics in the ocean and like nano, like these really small pieces of plastics that we can't see because they don't break down.
Mhm.
Like fish are consuming them, and like
And
we
we
are
are
eating,
consuming the
like we are
fish.
eating them,
Yeah.
like really, really tiny pieces of plastic as we eat them. Like people are talking about that too.
So basically, we're going to have
So,
like humans who
of
can
course,
eat
that's
plastic
sometimes
in the
with farm
future.
fish,
God damn, our
but
mod
yeah.
is perfect here. He eats Tic Tac boxes all the time.
Does he choose anything you give him, dude? Like if you give him a pencil and it's like fucking disgusting the next day. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's disgusting the next day. Not even like descriptive.
He's fucking chewing on it, dude.
But it's everyone says like everyone wants to be alive, but I feel like an odd sense of relaxation knowing that I'm going to die way before shit's going to get too fucked up.
Yeah,
I'm going to
same,
be
yeah.
long
I'm like,
dead
I'm gonna
before
do
that
this.
stuff
Yeah.
happens. Yeah. Before the air is like literal smoke, and before the everything you eat has like toxic chemicals in it, I'm going to be out. And I'm not going to leave a child behind, which will also get fucked by this whole thing. So I'm just going to.
That was
He's gonna
basically
have
the
like
whole.
10 children. Trust me, guys. He's just lying.
Yes, of course.
We know your secret plans, okay?
Random Taco, I see your car example, and electric cars
said
exist
you
with
would end
solar
it.
powers, right?
He said you would end
Okay,
it.
I'm sorry. He just needs to know that electric
Stop
cars exist
arguing.
and has solar
I talked to him
panels.
on Discord.
I'm not arguing. I'm just trying to point out something which makes no sense.
I am not saying I disagree with the points you make, but I just don't want to I don't want to get into it.
Yeah,
don't
I'm not
care
getting
enough.
into it. I'm not saying anything about his previous comments. I'm literally just talking about the car.
I know. Chill.
Okay, that's it. And we are going to go offline now. Anyone wants to see more of our shit, we stream every Wednesday at this time and every Saturday at this time. Yeah, basically the same time. And we also have a Last Take channel on YouTube where we put out anime analysis videos. So please do check those out if you are in the mood for anything of that.
We have a new
And-
one out, bro. Tell them about it. The one that went out today.
Yes. Oh, it's about Death Note. Okay, so we're talking about the arrogance of Light Yagami and how sometimes it wasn't even L's mastermind which brought him down, but it was just his own arrogance which made him feel pretty damn sad. Saturday, you guys have been posting on Monday though. No, that was only once. After that, we stopped it. We're doing it on Saturday.
We do it on Sunday.
Unless it's on Sunday. Yeah, Saturday or Sunday, whenever we usually put it up. And from this time, we will start putting up the we'll start
tell
putting
you
up
what manga
show,
we're
or anime we're watching, and we will make sure that you guys know before you.
I already have a manga in mind. Yes,
Okay,
but
yeah,
I'll
but we
tell
said
you
we're going to
guys
switch to
about
an
it and-
anime. Remember?
They really wanted to.
Will you read it? Will you read? Okay, that's it. That's a private
give you a
Weeb
clue.
101
I'll give you a
conversation.
clue.
I'm saying
Next
okay.
manga, but you will not like it.
Oh my god.
That's
okay.
all. Yeah.
That's all.
Interesting.
And we'll put it up on
Maybe
Discord
romance.
soon.
Yes.
Okay, bye guys. See you next week.
See ya.
Bye. YouTube बंद हो गया ना अच्छे से पूरा stream